Real recognize real. It only gets realer from here. But first, I want to give a shout out to all my fellow Pisceans out there. Gang, gang. You already know. We in the build done. Also want to give a shout out to all my two twos and my three threes and my two twos and my three threes and my 777s. And shout out to any other angelical numerical numbers that I may have forgot to mention. Also want to thank everybody for coming out to support the channel. Thank you. And those of you that are new, welcome to the channel. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to click that bell notification to be notified of my upcoming videos and content. And we're going to jump right in. So tonight I'll be talking about why Pisces always end up being the villain in everybody's story. Now, don't get me wrong. Sometimes a Pisces simply puts themselves as the villain just because you're gonna be the villain anywho, so you might as well get used to it. Welcome everybody. Welcome Thomas Faye. What's going on? Good evening, Pisces gang. Welcome, Marie. How you doing? Okay, so yeah, so the villain, a Pisces is oftentimes is the villain just because like a Pisces not gonna let somebody just have their way far as just saying a bunch of stuff that's not true or anything that's not right. So a Pisces is always going to be the type of person that doesn't agree with everybody, especially if whatever that person is saying is not, not it. If it's not making any sense, a Pisces tends to become the villain. They don't just go along with the flow as people often think. Like a Pisces going with the flow just means, okay, if everybody is in a good mood, why would I mess the mood up? But then once I become the disruption or the disruptor, or I get accused of being, or having something to do with something that I don't, it's almost like, well, I guess I'll go against the grain. But here's the thing: I'll say this, when Pisces becomes a villain, it's almost like the Pisces must become what you think they are. It's almost like for that moment, a Pisces is like, okay, I'm not going to fight for your attention. I'm not going to, you know, try to get you to understand, how I am. Or because one thing, you're not going to be able to figure out a Pisces. You're not going to be able to like read them in such a way like you could read everybody else. And then it's crazy because you might not even know if that Pisces is a Pisces. That just right there alone in itself, it really messes up people's like reality of like what they think about Pisces because they think we're weak. So if you do something that's like considered of strength, or let's say something you do, like let's just say you're doing something and it looks tough, or it looks like, wow, how can that person, do that or pull that off? And then they're like, okay, what's this person's sign? They say Pisces. They really just don't want to give you credit. So that's why I say you end up just being a villain just by like default. It's not even a choice. It's not even you ain't really got to say much. You ain't got to do nothing. It's always going to be someone trying to discredit you, try to make it seem like you did something underneath the rug to have something happen, or you just can't get the kudos, or you just can't get, oh, this person is just talented, or hey, maybe they're just lucky, maybe they're blessed, or whatever the situation is. Oftentimes people just don't want to give you, they don't want to give you where credit's due. They just want to make it seem like, oh, you didn't do what you did. See? So these type of tests oftentimes comes with the mere fact of you not trusting your intuition. Like you get tested based off of you knowing things, and then somebody comes and challenges you and says, oh, you don't know that, or that is not what that means. And it's like, okay, are you gonna still trust yourself even though a room full of people disagree with you? Or let's just say people might think you're an idiot because you come up with something that nobody else thought of, or It could be an idea, or it could be, you know, it could be anything, to the point where a Pisces simply notices everything anyway. Pisces are oftentimes, they already know who's not going to like them. They already know who's going to, flare up, or maybe someone may be holding up, throwing up a facade, and it's just like just amount of time when it expires. Um, and another thing too, a Pisces knows your real emotions. See, it's almost like you could be lying to yourself and telling a Pisces like, "Oh, I'm fine, nothing's wrong." But a Pisces knows if you're mad. It's almost like you can't lie to a Pisces with a mood. With moods or emotions, you can't lie to a Pisces, bro. We can feel like, if you're mad and you're trying to hide it, we can feel any little inkling of just lies, or just anything that's not to the forefront. We can definitely pick up on it. Let me see. Let me see. So Philip, you said no disrespect at all, but a lot of people do lives in their cars. Is there a reason for that? It's just like, how can I say it? I'm so used to doing my lives in the car. This is kind of like this is my thing. So it's almost like everybody knows around this hour of the day. Well, I know you guys are probably in a different time zone, but I just come here and just do this because, like I say, once I get home and I get on my computer, I probably end up falling asleep. I probably won't even like want to record anything, because to me, it's just comfortable just sitting here, get this done. As soon as I get off work, just come talk to you guys. So, I mean, I always say, until you really start doing numbers and you start like, growing and getting big, and then you could keep, upgrade everything, get it, keep everything, professional, and have better, settings, but, or environments, backdrop, or whatever. But man, I like I say, I average a certain amount, and I'm grateful. And if I ever get bigger than what I am, then I'll switch it up. But I'm not gonna have fancy, what's his name, MKHB, or whatever his name is. I'm not gonna have that fancy quality if it's like just to get a couple views or a couple people. That ain't. I'm not really concerned about. Like, I don't get me wrong. I try to, like, this camera right here. This is a Apple camera, so just a little, basic iPhone 17. So, you know, it does what it's supposed to do. But that's the thing. Like, I had to come into grips with being grateful, because at first I was hard on myself about my, when it came to like the equipment. Like, oh, I don't have a DLXR, or don't have this. And then I was in the store, went to Best Buy, looked at some cameras, and I'm like, I'm not a vlogger. I don't really need a vlog camera. I don't need like all this extra stuff. Like, um, trust me, I have like different equipment that I could do, like editing and whatnot. But I just like, I watched this one guy, what's his name? His name's like Drost or something. When I first started doing YouTube, I got I watched Drost, Drost, and he's like an old man. Shout out to him. Um he gave so many videos on like how to just do your YouTube, when how you start off, and just what to focus on. And it's like, to me, it's it's a lot of stuff that come and play with that stuff. Like, you gotta be um like, I see it's a lot of people, like, I'm not gonna say no names, but like, it's a lot of people that have different goals. Some people care about subscribers, some people care about quality, some people care about, views, some people care about how, it's just the subscribers is important, but it's like, you have to make sure you have like the okay, your true audience. You got to make sure you got your true audience, like the people that really rock with you. on a day to day. Like, whether it's a handful of people, but you gotta think like how many people are actually watching your videos, absolutely just tuned in out of all those thousands of people. If you really want to keep it a buck, it's probably only about a handful of people that really watch each YouTuber. It's like some people were like, oh, so like I know this one guy, I'm like, so I ain't gonna say no names, but like, everybody thinks that it's about the subscribers, but it's like, bro, you can have 100,000 subscribers and not make any money. You got to know how to like market. You got to know what to do with those. You know, I can't really. How can I say it like to not sound like judgmental because I can be a little edgy, but I just know like if you put it like this, okay, so I've been doing this for what about 4 years, and like I had to do my own business. I got like services or whatnot that I offer. But like if you really want to know like how many people actually buy my services, probably about like 10. And that's good. That's good because 10 people, like I say, they usually get the highest paying one. So it's like $100, boom. So it pays off. But think about it. It still takes time to get to a point where you're making like major bucks type thing. You really gotta be like on a Mr. Beast, I show speed level to where you're really, then I would say get a better camera, get out of your car, vlog, go places. But it's like, it is what it is. Now, don't get me wrong, y'all. I will vlog, but it's like, to me, I'm more of a chill, laid back dude. I don't really do too much. So I really just be like, go to work type of dude and just, you know what I'm saying? Sit in my car. I'll be in my car. You want to know how long I've been in my car today? 14 hours. 14 hours straight. Now that's in and out, me doing my deliveries, coming back to the car. So yeah. So, but I'm used to it though. So it's think about I've been doing this for years. So to me, it's like it doesn't somebody else it probably would like they can't do it, bro. Or they just get their legs get all like, freaking blood circulation, all that type of stuff. But I don't get those issues because I'm like I say, I stretch and do what you gotta do. But yeah. So yeah, let me see. Let me Jeff said walk. Yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna go home. No, I ain't gonna go home. B. Now, let me see. Walker said it says demons taught humans astrology. Um, I wouldn't say I wouldn't say that, bro. I feel like you gotta understand, like, if we really want to be, okay, hold that thought. I would say this: if you think, see, everybody looks at astrology and they say, "Oh, it's bad, it's demonic," witches and sorcery and all this stuff, right? That's if you taking it on a higher tier. If you taking it like on a sorcery level, that's way worse. Like to me, that's way worse. That's way. I'm not doing sorcery. I'm not on here wearing a cape and you don't see 6 point stars and all that crap. I don't have none of that type of stuff in none of my videos. So when you start seeing demonic stuff where you can literally see symbols, oh, he has the Baphomet behind his wall on the thing. He has skulls, and if you start seeing skulls and tarot cards, then yeah, that's sorcery. Then that's witchcraft. Yeah, but I'm not doing that. What I'm doing is breaking it down personality wise from the day to day. When you meet somebody, they tell you, hey, what's your zodiac? Oh, I'm a Pisces. Oh, I'm a Scorpio. And just the compatibility, the relationship advice, just how each one, behaves. That's what I come in for. See? Because it's like, bro, you can meet somebody and then their sign is like, it makes a difference of why you guys aren't getting anywhere. Or let's say you guys are much compatible where, oh, you guys get along and yeah, there's clues why that happens. It's not just, oh, I have a personality type such and such. If you know what's crazy, that if you really, and I'm not trying to be, well, if it comes off sarcastic, oh well. There's all these type of personalities. You got type B, type C, all these different. If that's the case, you could say demons did that. Demons created the type B, type C. You see how stupid that sounds? It's like who really, you can't say, put it like this. You can't, the argument is this. You cannot say, oh, this, demons created this. If that's the case, demons created drinking. How many of you drink? Okay. Then if you have too many drinks, you get drunk. Now what kind of mind state are you in? You're nothing like yourself at that point, right? Oh, so that's demonic, right? Okay, so my point is, you know how many sins are out there, bro? Judging others is one. It's so many, but I don't judge people, but that's why I say it's so many things you could do wrong that if you're cheating on your wife, that's demonic, right? That's demons, right? Okay, boom. You see what I'm saying? So don't come here trying to say, oh, you're doing this and oh, I was just joking and whooped it. Man, look, bro. Don't even do that because I could really name a bunch of stuff people do every day and think they're doing the right thing, think they're such a good person, and they're living their life in sin. And it's like I can name every single thing, but this is why I won't, because I have my fair share of things that I partake in that's not right. But we're never gonna be perfect, even if we try to. We're gonna always fall short. If you try to walk a thin line, you're gonna step off that thin line at some point. So to me, I always say you have to, manage it as best way you can, but it's like like I say, like it's hard to be perfect, man, to where you just don't do nothing wrong, bro. And then you probably will be living in the cave. You never know. Let me see. Velcro, you said, what's the channel about? I mean, look, man, I feel like, bro, the channel is everybody. This is why I love this channel, okay? Because those of you that are supposed to be here, you get it. See, and anybody that doesn't get it, it's not for you, bro. See, this is a Da Vinci Code type of situation where you ever watch the movie The Book of Eli, where in order to understand what he was saying, you had to read it in Braille. Okay. That's kind of like this situation. So, I'm very philosophical. So anything that I teach or talk about, like I say, I have my views, but all my views have been proven. Like everything I've ever said to y'all, facts, boom. You can go out there right now, meet a zodiac sign, guarantee what I have said in my videos, boom. The shit happens every single time, just in different ways with different people. Now, another thing is let me see. Oh, Misty, I'm doing all right. How are you? Let me see. Yeah, yeah, definitely, Misty. I'm glad glad you broke it down as well. At least someone understands. Let me see. That's why I say everybody's welcome, but it's like people don't understand, like, bro, nobody's gonna be perfect, even if they're doing this, bro. It's like I make mistakes just as well, but I try my best not to, because like I say, it's gonna show if you say something wrong or that's why I say if I don't know, I'm not gonna say it, bro. I'm gonna be like, yo, I gotta do my research, or hey, I'm not too sure about that. I'm not gonna just lie and just say something if it's not facts, bro. And I'm only going by experience. It's not like I'm just making up some shit and then hoping it sticks. Now, another thing, if let's say, like I say, a Pisces notices everything. So let's say like a friend lies about being okay. So a Pisces can read the energy and call it out. And then that's what is going to make the person feel uncomfortable. See? And then they're gonna treat the Pisces as a villain. Like if you like even if you're in a room and like somebody does something and you, let's say somebody sneezes and you say God bless you, or just something simple like that. If someone just heard the word God, they can literally look at you and just get, they can just hate you just off of you just like saying something that, it's almost like anything you do, Pisces, it's going to be huge. It's going to be a huge reaction, like to where you can literally, how can I say it? You can go to the bathroom and actually wash your hands, and then somebody could get offended that doesn't, maybe you show, cleanliness, or oh, I actually wash my hands after I take a piss. It's like, but someone's gonna hate you if they realize like you showed them up like, oh, they were just gonna go in there, piss, and just walk out. Like I seen that happen where I was actually washing my hands and the dude was pissing, and like he was taking his precious time. Like nobody takes a piss that long, bro. You could tell this dude was just like sitting in the stall holding his weasel and trying to stall, hoping I'll just leave because he probably didn't want to wash his hands, bro. Or he just didn't want to wash his hands next to me. But I mean, I peep. That's the thing with Pisces; they peep everything, bro. Like they can tell when you're stalling, when you're trying to do something. Like just, we kind of put the dots together. Like, okay, he's stalling, so he must not either A, want to wash his hands, or because I'm standing here, it's something that he's uncomfortable about. And that's 9 times out of 10, that's usually the case. So people get extremely uncomfortable around Pisces and they don't even know you yet. They don't even know that you're a Pisces. They start, their energy starts to resist yours. It's like, think about you introducing yourself to others, and then all of a sudden, someone's like, they don't want to shake your hand. It's like they got their hands in their hands in their pockets, and they're just giving you that smile. Like you're like, yo, no, you don't want to shake my hand. Okay, well, I know where we stand. See, that's the thing. Like someone doesn't want to touch you, you don't get that firm handshake. It's like a, hey, how you doing? And it's like a soft woman hand, like to where it's like, see, when someone doesn't like, you don't feel that strong grip. That means they're not feeling you, bro. That's why I love those, like, how can I say, body language. I love those type of things that people do that say a lot, that it's like you don't even have to ask or say anything or react to it. It's like, oh, that little weak handshake you gave me. Oh, okay. I know where we stand, and it's like that's cool. See? Um, you know, now let me see. Another thing that people hate about Pisces, and the reason why they think we're the villain or they treat us as the villain, is because we disappear without warning. So at any time, a Pisces can literally leave, bro, and not announce it. It could be anything. It could be you talking on the phone to a Pisces. They can literally hang the phone up in your face. They can be in a situation and they can always leave, exit at any time. Now, I'm going to tell you why that happens. Let's say a Pisces just simply stops replying for 3 days, okay? Just to recharge. Because sometimes a Pisces is in a situation and they can feel that claustrophobic, like that smothered feeling to where it's too many people up on me. And every time I try to, create space, these people start to invade it. They try to get closer. And sometimes setting the boundary is more offensive to others. So it's a catch 22. It's like if I say, get the fuck back. Hey man, can you give me some space? It's either that or I leave. See? And sometimes a Pisces might just simply leave because they already know people are going to take it the wrong way and use that as an excuse to treat that Pisces wrong. See? Now, let's say a friend thinks that a Pisces is fake, okay? Or ignoring them, all right? when really the Pisces is emotionally drained. Appreciate that, Amanda. Appreciate that heart. Happy Mother's Day as well. I forgot it. Wait a minute. It's Mother's Day? I must be, wait a minute. When is Mother's Day, y'all? 'Cause I must be tripping. I'm, my bad, y'all. I don't even know when Mother's Day. Hey, that's bad, but hey, man, it's been a busy week for me. So my mind has been focused on work, and I literally slipped my mind. But I appreciate the gift. Let me see. Welcome everybody. Just came in. He said China now. All right, appreciate you coming. Appreciate you coming, Randall. Yeah, definitely. Let me see. Randall said, I don't like to shake hands because so many people take craps and don't wash their hands. Yeah, definitely they don't, Brody. I pay attention like like when I go to the bathroom, I could literally see like a lot of movement, and I keep that hand sanitizer right on me because I already know. Like that door handle, right when you go into the bathroom, I don't trust that. I don't trust anything far as like the toilet flusher button, the freaking handle from the toilet thing. I don't touch none of like all that stuff. Nope. Cause I seen like one time I walked into a men's room, went to the toilet, and I've never seen this gross, like someone like sharded all over. There was like literally crap all over the toilet seat. Like someone had a water hose just with shit, just like all over the goddamn toilet seat. And it was, bro, I've never seen this ever. There was shit stuck to the back wall, the brick wall. There was shit from the toilet all the way to the back wall. Like, bro, there's no way, bro. That, like, you gotta ask yourself, like, what are people eating, bro? That couldn't have been no McDonald's, bro. They had to have been some Taco Bell. And somebody's gonna lie to you, bro. There had to be some Taco Bell, and it probably was some constipation going on. Cause man, that was gross, bro. And only reason I said Taco Bell because Taco Bell, bro, them beans, well, it's not really real beans, I don't think so. But whatever that's those soybeans or whatever they are, man, that Taco Bell had you going, bro. But yeah, let me see. Amanda said, yeah, in my city, all the women support each other, but me, if you don't fit in, it's because you AKA stand out. Yeah, then people get, yeah, definitely they get mad, but it's like, yeah, so yeah, I mean, but that's the thing, like, it's crazy because like you always gonna stand out because you have you stand up, stand for something. So I always say if you don't stand for something, you fall for anything. So it's like you really can be, it's crazy, even if you're sitting on it, even if you're not saying anything, just silent, people can feel it to where you can literally unsettle them just by you being, nearby. And next thing you know, a person just, doesn't feel comfortable around you. Or, for instance, just because you're silent or quiet doesn't mean someone wants to sit next to you. They can feel your energy, they can feel your thoughts in such a way because it's like you could be sitting at a Starbucks minding your own business, eating lunch or just whatever, sitting there drinking a cup of coffee. And then it could be like three or four empty seats next to you. And literally, if you are honing in on a certain amount of frequency or energy, only a selective like few people may sit by you that feel the same way you feel. Nobody that feels like uncomfortable for not even the tiniest split second, they not gonna sit next to you, bro. Nope. Cause they can feel your energy to where I and it happened to me. I went to a Starbucks, got my drink, and there was all these empty seats. And then there was an old man that was like literally in my peripheral view. And he kept looking up as he was like, He was just sitting like this and he's just looking like, and then as soon as he did that look to me, I instantly knew I don't want to sit next to this guy because he's looking around too much. Like, I don't want to be stared at while I'm like trying to read or I'm trying to like, every time I look up, he's in my freaking view. It's just like to the point where, because me, it's like, it's not even me being uncomfortable. To me, I feel like he's looking to talk to some. He wants to talk, and the people do that when their body language does that. When they want to, they want to interact. So that sometimes that is like not the setting though. Like you go there, you want to chill, you want peace and quiet, and then little do you know it's that guy. That's the Decepticon. He's just waiting on you because he's like, yeah, you're the one that you're the one that I'm supposed to, irritate because yeah, you came here to chill and I want to talk. See? So it's like people do that all the time. It's like they'll try to start a conversation with you even though you don't want to talk. See? Now, okay, so another reason why Pisces ends up being the villain is because they mirror people too well. So it's almost like a Pisces doesn't even have to say anything to you to mirror everything about you. See, it's almost like again at Starbucks, you could be sitting down minding your own business, and then instantly you could just start being somebody else's reflection, bro. To where they're looking at you, and then you're just giving their energy and everything back to them. You're showing them that in your behavior. To now, that person they might, think that they might think they recognize you. Oh, Tony? Like, no, I'm not Tony. Oh, you look just like my friend Tony. No, it's just because you're trying to get over here and get a conversation going. It's just folks are, they'll find something because it's like they can feel your energy just as. Why do you think when you want to have a conversation with someone, most of the time, what happens? You can't find someone. It's almost like, oh, I'm in a talkative mood. Oh, now I want to talk. No one wants to talk now. So it's like, it's always that pivoting of the opposite thing that happens just because your energy has matched someone else's energy. But now it's like now they want to talk to you. But see, if you don't want to talk, that's how you know that they were sent there to stop you. See? So it's almost like this. This is why everything is it's almost like an illusion. Everybody, it's almost like everybody expects you to do what they want to do. And the minute there's indifferences, all hell breaks loose. Now, another thing is this. Okay, so let's say if a Pisces is around a group of people that are chill, okay? And then let's say they're all calm and laid back and chill. All of a sudden, let's say the Pisces will become calm around those chill people, if that makes sense. So it's like no matter where the Pisces is and who they're around, it's like the Pisces just blends in with everybody that they are around, right? So the Pisces will be calm and chill. Then around loud people, the Pisces will be wild. See? Now, if you're the type of person observing that, you might think to yourself, oh, this Pisces is fake. Oh, he was just over there calm and calm and not saying much and chill, and oh, now he's with these people and now he's acting a fool. See? So people might say, oh, that Pisces fake. But here's the thing they fail to realize is that the Pisces is adaptable. See, a Pisces can adapt to any situation or anybody, bro. You could listen, you could put a Pisces in a prison, bro. And next thing you know, Pisces is in there playing dominoes, checkers, ribbing folks, in the damn, cooking food, trading, gambling, doing all the shit like as if they've been there already, bro. To the point where the Pisces will have literally be like, either they're known wherever they go. You're even if you're the villain. See, Either no matter where you gonna shine, bro. You could shine in a dark place, you could shine as being the villain, you can shine as being the hero, you could shine as being the healer, you could shine as being the executioner. It's no matter what you put you where you're put, you're gonna be a king or a queen. You could be in the prisons running that shit. Cause you gotta stand Pisces already is used to isolation. You're used to boundaries. Is the thing about it is you just have a habit, a natural ability to dissolve them. So nothing will stop you, nothing will mold you, change you, or make you feel uncomfortable. Because a Pisces would literally go to that prison, and guess what? Pisces might feel some type of way. Pisces might just be like, okay, it is what it is. And then you thinking that, oh man, I ain't never gonna have nobody to talk to. This is probably the worst situation. Then all of a sudden, somebody comes to you, Pisces, and they start talking to you. Bro, then they start telling you too much. Now they looking at you as somebody, hey man, don't tell nobody, whoop de woo. And now you got all these people talking to you, and all of a sudden, now you done created a whole gang of folks. And now the problem with Pisces is that you don't be wanting to make like friends, like just like, oh, I want to go out here and meet all these people. They follow you, bro. So it's almost like disciples. It's like people just end up saying, okay, I'm gonna follow you. Then it's like you start thinking like, damn, why every time I come out, all these people start following me, bro? Is it like they looking for me? They want to know where I am, and I can't go nowhere and just be me and just chilling in peace, just me. Because guess what? As soon as you go somewhere where you think you're alone, guess what? There'll be somebody crawling on the floor. Hey man, I was looking for you. It's like, bro, no way, bro. I finally thought I had some peace and quiet, and now here comes another one, bro. No matter where you go, bro, somebody's slithering, lingering, twithering to where they're gonna come to you. How you doing? What's your name? Bro, I swear, bro, you could be sitting somewhere in your car like me, way off to the side, and somebody just comes out of the woodworks and just like, yo, hey man, I got 2 for $5. Man, I look, bro, leave me alone. People will literally do that. And you notice they come to you when you don't want to be bothered. See, that's energy, fam. Like people really will be attracted to your energy and not know why they're tethered there. It's like, oh, I don't know why the hell I showed up over here, but something was pulling me over here. So it's like, yeah, if Pisces goes, no matter what situation, I'm gonna tell you, a Pisces simply adapts to different energies. Now, a Pisces also will expose fake behavior very quickly. See, so could you imagine putting a Pisces in a superficial environment with superficial people? Pisces gonna say they all fake. A Pisces ain't gonna want to be in that situation. Cause there's the thing. A Pisces notice when somebody is acting nice only around certain people. See? They already know. So if you at work, you at school, a Pisces just quietly just sees the manipulation before everybody else does. And that person is reluctant to go near that Pisces. It's almost like they know that you know. See? And that's why they try to avoid you by being nice to everybody else. Because they already know you see them already. Ain't no point in them saying, hey, my name is such and such if you know I'm fake. What's the point of that? That goes to show you Pisces dissolves all boundaries, bro. Because the boundaries is this. The boundaries are the illusions, bro. See, if a person has a fake, they're being fake. That is the illusion that they're trying to get you to believe that, oh, I'm a real person. But behind that illusion, they're fake. So you see right through it. And that boundary of what what is placed to fool you is dissolved. So you ain't falling for nothing that they're saying, doing, how they, talking to everyone. You're not falling for it. And see, I just experienced that today, right? Went to the grocery store, and the lady, me and her already had words. And hey, it was two lanes open. And I tried to be, a good Samaritan, go to the lane that, to avoid talking to the lady that I already got into it with before. And then her line is open. So she's like, "Oh, I can take you." I said, "Okay, fine. If you want to, you want to feel uncomfortable again, oh, I guess so." To put all my stuff on the thing. She's nervous because she's tapping on the little belt thing. She's giving me, like, her eyes are like open. So she's trying to absorb so much of me because she's uncomfortable. Her eyes, she literally is just a nervous wreck. I could feel her nervousness. Even the bagger, he was even acting weird. So I'm just like, whatever. She rang me up, then next thing you know, she made mistakes. She accidentally rang up a item that I didn't have, cilantro. I'm like, bro, how the hell would you click a cilantro button if you see three bell peppers, bro? Makes no sense. You have to be nervous, bro, to do that. Then she's giving me these fake like gestures and smiles and stuff. See, that's the thing with being superficial, is people can literally hide. People, listen, people can. You're never supposed to trust a smile anyway, because a smile is an act. It can be an act. See, you can pretend and act like you're friendly and act friendly to certain people or just a certain person, but that doesn't mean that you're friendly. Just means you're trying to go by or get by, pass by, just to, make that other person believe that. See? Because if you got bad intentions, you probably don't want the person to see, to see your motives if you don't smile. So it's almost like you're self-conscious about it, to where you feel like, oh, if I look normal, this person is gonna know what I'm up to. So you end up forcing it, then you force a fake smile. See? And that makes you even 10 times even more suspicious. Anytime you're looking around and you're doing all this and smiling, you look like a lunatic. You look crazy. You look like one of them serial killer like dudes, or whoever, right? It's like you're looking around, you're smiling. There's nothing funny. There's no type of entertainment. There's no shows or nothing to, if I'm not doing it, this person over here is not doing it. Why are you doing it? See, that means you know something we don't know. And it's that the fact that you're fake. So it's like, okay, so Misty said, yo, real, I'm on a dating site, drives my ex crazy. Well, his dad saw me, and then I got crazy messages from ex. Just jumped on there. His dad like me. That's diabolical. Yeah, definitely. Um, that the dating site is, I've been using it for years. But like I say, when I became like married, when I was married, I met her in person at school. So it's almost like ain't nothing wrong with the dating site situation. It's just that it's convenient. It's almost like kind of like the work that I do on the side. It's like, okay, well, if you got, you know, a Lyft for Uber driver that could take you to work, that's convenient. So even if you just don't, you might not want to drive. You might not necessarily not have a car, but you just want the convenience of not having, the responsibility to drive. So it's like that. So with the dating site, you could just, like me, I use Facebook dating, and I feel like Facebook dating is kind of like a little easier. But what's good? Smoke screen, what's good? Welcome. Uh oh, you said Missy said both Scorpio. Damn. Oh, you was on Tinder? Nah, see, I ain't messed with Tinder. I messed with one, you know what's crazy? I messed with one female randomly. It was a hookup. and it was on Tinder. It was years ago though. Um, and I'll never forget that day because you know it's actually some things in life where it's like you gotta be like ready for that hookup life. Is because it's like to me this girl gave me like a real hookup. This wasn't like no friend with benefit of what I was looking for. So I met her on Tinder. I thought Tinder was fake because I was literally, talking to her, and then it was like we did everything so quick that it was like, um, she's like, where do you stay? I'm like, okay, I stay in the same like, area, probably like 5 minutes away from her. And she's like, oh, you want to come over? And guess what? She was a Pisces too, bro. She's like, oh, you want to come over? I'm like, yeah, bet, bet, bet. So I came over because I'm thinking like, I'm excited and I'm just like just trying to get out the house and just trying to go do something. And she actually gave me her address and she was like, what we finna do? I was like, well, shit, we could do whatever, probably do some freaky stuff, woo de woo. And she was like, all right, come on, come over, come now type stuff. Cause she said she was finna go to bed soon, which was a lie. She had a man, bro. That's what I believe it was, but I'm not sure. Cause I could just tell once I got there. But anyway, I went over her house and then she said, I'm on the second floor, apartment 204. I'm like, okay, bet. And I don't even know why they got an elevator in there because it was literally like I could look and see the damn second floor from like the damn steps, like at the bottom of the steps. Like literally it was only like a few steps to get to the second floor. I said, man, because I'm hesitating. As Pisces, we got the two fish, and the fish is just literally like, iffy. And wait a minute, slow down. And I'm literally like, okay, am I gonna really do this, or I'm just gonna leave? And then I said, you know what? I'm gonna take the elevator to stall myself to, think this through, my last little final thoughts before I hit 204. So I get off the elevator. I'm like, man, I said, you know what? Cause sometimes the dick got a mind of his own, so it's like I'm sitting there trying to, hey man, you wanna, I'm like, yo, bro, you ready? He like, man, I ain't trying to hear nothing you talking about, man. I'm like, all right, man. I said, man, F you too then. You okay? You don't wanna listen? He like, man, get the fuck out, man, go on, man. Man, look, man, I'm going in the damn door, 204. This is, hey, I'm here. I said, all right, man, you know what? Man, screw. I said, man, F you then, all right, don't talk to me. Okay, you don't talk to me either. I said, all right, bet. So I go in the door, 204. Now, when I seen her, I was like, bro, when I seen her, I was disappointed because I said, wait a minute. This ain't the girl on the goddamn phone. I said, wait a minute. Are you? But I ain't gonna lie. See, when I looked down and sized her up, I saw the little like, she had a fat ass. I'm like, oh, okay, you know what? I ain't even screw it. If I got catfish, I guess, I guess it works itself out. She's got an ass. So, hey, you know what? I said, well, at least she got that because I would have left had she had no ass and I did, bro, no. So we sitting in the little living room watching TV and I'm thinking, hey, like I said, the dick got a mind of his own. So I'm sitting there like, hey man, you said not to talk to you, bro. I'm talking, you said not to talk, bro. You said not, man, F you, man, stop talking to me. So I'm like, all right, bet. So we sitting on the little couch, boom. She's like, you wanna go in the room? I'm like, yeah, we can go in the room. Boom, we go in the room. And then like, bro, I'm just like, bro, I ain't used to this shit because, here's the thing. I got a moon in Aquarius, bro. And I can't do nothing if I'm not mentally stimulated about something. It's kind of like it's like I can't go off of nothing. Even if I have a naked body in front of me, I can't like get myself into that mode or that mood or just that it's like a transmission trying to shift into that gear, and it's like, bro, it ain't shifting, bro. Until I'm stimulated, once I get stimulated mentally, then it's like, then the gears shift into place. But I'm like, yeah, you right. I'm like, damn, I guess the dick got a mind of its own shit. Cause right now I ain't feeling nothing. So I go in the room, boom. Then it's like, one thing led to another. And then I was stalling because I'm like, man, this ain't, I don't even, it's almost like I felt like, why am I here? See? Then it was like, she said, oh, we gonna do this or not? I said, all right, come on. And then what I told her to do, I said, man, turn the light off, bro. Cause I said, man, this light on is really bugging me right now. Cause it's like, I got a rise in Scorpio. So I'm like, if we gonna do this, I got to be in the dark, bro. See? So then when she turned the light off, boom. Then I said, you know what? Turn the light back on because I gotta see everything, make sure, you know, everything good. What. She showed me, boom, which I was surprised because most women won't do that. They won't want to show you, like, make sure everything good. Then it was like we ended up doing the do, and then it was almost like as soon as we was done, bro, she like, yeah, you gotta, come on, like you gotta go, cause you know he on his way, and I'm like, what? And then I'm like, okay, I get my stuff, and then I leave, and I ain't never seen her. I ain't never talked to her ever again. That was the weirdest shit that I've ever like experienced in my life, bro. That's like me. I can't. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, and trying to sound like a lame. I just can't do the hookups, bro. That shit is too freaking like sketchy, random, just like never saw her face ever again after that. Never, not a phone. We never, hey, no more text, no call, nothing. And I met her off Tinder, bro. I said, oh, nah, bro. I can't do that no more, dog. No. Because that shit, to me, I can't just lay with somebody and never talk to them again until, like, unless they did something. I can't just, like, stomach that to where I'm old school. I'm used to the friend with benefit, like that, we keep smashing, we keep talking. You know what I'm saying? All that just, oh, one time, one night stand, nothing else. Nah, bro, I'm good, bro. It's 2026. I can't do that one. Oh, what's going on? Misty said, Facebook dating. Uh Said, yeah, I don't look for just a hookup. Though a lot on there do. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, like I'm a super freak. I'm a like freaky. I'm a freaky person, bro. I'm freaky. So I have to have the like I say. It's like I say. It put it to you like this. Now I will say that I have an arsenal of dating sites. Okay, when I'm feeling real freaky, and I'm like I say, I go to the freaky app is hands down tag. Tagged. Tag. Now, I ain't gonna lie now. Tag is one of them ones you got to be very careful. See, because there's all kind of shit on there. But I like it because like you can see, like you can go maybe 30 miles out, 50 miles out, 60 miles out. And sometimes you might see some freaks that's like out there in like what, 30 miles, 40 miles, something like that. But to me, I don't go, that far. If it's like too far out, I won't do it because, like I say, I had that one bad experience where I, driven out too far, and the girl just stood me up. Just didn't even. I just drove like, man, that was the dumbest thing I ever did. But I was young. I drove like 400 something miles, bro, and for nothing, not a damn thing. The blank trip, bro. It's like soon as I arrived, I had to hit a U-turn and go right back on the expressway. I'm like, what was I thinking, bro? Like, no, don't just, no, you should have had her meet you halfway. Like, don't drive the full 40. I was young, though. I was super young. I was probably like 20. to where I was like, I ain't doing that one no more. But Facebook dating is like my go-to, because that's where I met my sugar mama from. But then like that was a lucky situation. I can't even tell y'all like how that even happened. Like I know how it happened, but I'm saying like me coming across her was the thing was I lied about my occupation. See, now let me tell y'all. And I catfished my picture because I had to, I wasn't really trying to be deceitful. No, that wasn't my motive. What I was trying to do was, I was trying to see what it will get me. I said, you know what? Let me change my occupation. Because I feel like dating sites, the only thing that I don't like about them is that it's almost like a hit or miss to where are the people really, really, are who they say they are. It's like you don't really know if people are really these people, to where, even if you meet them, they can still lie to you. You will never know the truth unless they tell you or you see it. But 9 times out of 10, you probably wouldn't see it. But anyway, another scary situation that I seen, y'all, and it blew my mind, bro. It was the scariest shit that I ever seen in my life, bro. I never expected this. I met a girl on Facebook day. She was on the live, and she was literally going back and forth with me. She's a Libra. Bro, she literally she had a cute face. She looked nice, bro. And she really threw me, bro. She FaceTimed me, bro. We literally just chopping it up, looking at each other, laughing, and Then she said, you know what? She's like, I gotta show you this. And please, she was like, I gotta show you something about me. And she was like, yeah, it's not real. She said, but I gotta show you, right? And she literally, bro, I'm talking about she was a beautiful woman, bro, until she was talking to me, bro, and she said, she pulled her teeth, bro. She pulled this like denture looking thing out, bro, where all her front teeth were false, bro. She pulled that shit out like, she's like, yeah, 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 yeah. I said, motherfucker, bro. Now y'all Libras, I know y'all be doing that superficial charm shit, bro, because it's no way. She had all the top teeth, all them top teeth she had was a fake smile, bro. It was all the what do they call them? It was the false teeth, bro. It was the false teeth that had the little gum thing on there. So it's like she literally pop, popped that mug out. And literally when she started talking to me, bro, she looked like Jason, bro, without his mask on, bro. And I started thinking it was Friday the 13th because hey, I was like, damn, is Jason mama, bro, somebody call Jason mama right now and tell her to come get her motherfucking son. Somebody call Jason mama right now. Come get this motherfucker. Because she literally, if y'all ever seen Jason without his mask, bro, man, ugly as a motherfucker, bro. And when she started talking, she had like twist. I'm like, bro. And I got so mad. I got pissed. Man, that shit pissed me off, bro. Cause I'm like, bro, you got to tell people this shit when you're on your profile. Say that, show the picture with the teeth out, bro. Could y'all imagine that's like somebody having fake eyeballs, bro? And they literally like, yo, they eyes is just glass eyes and sockets, bro. And they like, you know what? I love you. Hey, you know what? I really want to talk to you, but I gotta tell you my biggest secret. Floop, floop. Yeah, this is how I really look. Bro, you will scream, bro. Because you'll be like, yo, what the I know you lying. Bro, You just pull both of your eyes out like just like that, fam. It's all kind of stuff. And this is why I don't trust, bro. Like first impressions, bro, I do not trust that. And I know it sounds crazy and funny, you probably thinking, why are you on a date night? Why are you on a date nap anyway? It's because it's fun. But at the same time, it's not fun when you come across those ones that have more than one impression. See, because this is what I begin to notice. The first impression is almost like you can't trust it. You meet the person the first time, boom, they're on their best behavior. Second time, oh, you see a whole tribe of kids run out the front door, mama, 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 mama. And you like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You like, damn, you got 10 kids. I ain't know you had 10 kids. To the point where you like, damn, I'm surprised you ain't from down there living on a salvage yard. Shit. You got 10 kids. And see, people don't understand that it's not a judgmental thing. What it is like, bro, tell me this stuff on the app, bro. Say you have 10 damn kids, bro. Stop trying to like wait. People gonna find out, bro. If you if your picture is not you, people are going to find out, bro. They're gonna see you. And they're gonna know, oh, this is not the person on the picture. And if it is, that picture was probably when that person was 19 years old, bro. Why would you, if you're 40 something, bro, why would you try to use a picture of you when you were like 21, bro? It's not gonna work, bro. It's not gonna work. You might as well just, you could be ass naked, bro, no drawers on, and just put on a a tie, a nice little dress shirt, and just take a picture and then put the shit on the damn day nap, bro. You ain't got to have a whole damn suit on. Ain't nobody gonna see your little tidy whities. No one's gonna see your drawers, bro. Hey, it is what it is, man. I'm not trying to be like funny because I'm not a comedian, but yeah. Now I did good today, but I still stole some shit again. And just like the Wheel of Fortune, I stole some watermelon. No, it's not ice cream, but yeah, stole some watermelon. And I stole these bad boys, these essential waters. I stole these right here. I needed some water because my piss was just freaking like looking like apple juice. So I stole this, essential waters, and I got a bunch of them. Boop, boop, boop. So that's these. And I got me some stole some orange juice. Yeah, this is the one, and I like this kind because it got the pulp. Mm-hmm. And I stole me some Metamucil because this, I've been losing weight off this shit, bro. Let me tell you, man. Listen, bro. I get that's the orange juice for. Today, what did I eat? Bro, I didn't eat the last meal I had, except this watermelon. The last meal I had was like earlier, like 12. Man, since I've been taking this fiber, bro, I have not been hungry at all, bro. Now, another thing that I stole. Yeah, you know what? Let me show you. Now, another thing I stole. These. Yeah, jalapeno lime flavor. These are good. And I got two of them. I ate the other ones, but I forgot, tell you guys that one. And it's almost like Christmas every day, man. And I got this bad boy right here, battery charger. Charge my batteries up. Never know, man. So every day, as I tell y'all, I always have a bunch of goodies. And yeah. Now I ain't gonna lie though, man. Today, whoo, it was a lot of people, man, watching my ass today, bro. I tried to I couldn't take, bro. The lady was standing behind the damn cart, watching me like this. I said, okay, you could still stay in front of me, but guess what? You listen, no matter where you stand, I'm still gonna draw the illusion. See, the illusion is I'm gonna ring my stuff up, right? And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put everything in the cart, spread it out, right? And then I'm like, okay, somebody gonna need her help. So I swipe the cart, ring my stuff up, boom. Soon as she took her eyes off me, floop, 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 boom. Soon as she looked back at me, it's too late. See, you shouldn't have took your eyes off me. Took your eyes off me. See, you messed up right there. So I always say that people's mistakes, you have to counter. See, they take the eyes off you. That, hey man, because you gotta see, people don't understand this. When you doing something like this, it is a battle, fam. See, it's almost like a play, football play. Okay. You could just do the dumbest thing and grab, like my brother, bro. This man didn't have no plan, Brody. I don't know what the hell he was thinking, bro. This is an Aries just situation. Aries, bro, no plan. You know how, could you imagine Aries playing football, bro? And just no plays, don't want to listen to the plays. And he just saying, you know what? Just give me the goddamn ball. I'ma just run. I'ma just go to the goal line and no play. He gonna get his ass toe off, bro, doing that shit. Cause he ain't gonna check to see if it's safe or hey, if it's water in the pool before he jumps. The Aries just gonna go out there and forget the Aries gonna forget he gonna forget his helmet. He ain't gonna put none of that shit on. Aries don't listen. Aries is the type of person, they don't follow the rules. They don't take precaution. They don't, make sure they're safe. They just go out there and do something. They're the type of person that creates rules for everybody else, what not to do. Oh, we had a guy walking in the boiler room and yeah, decided to we had a guy walk in the boiler room and decided to walk into one of the little temper rooms, and yeah, set his ass on fire. Like, yeah, so in order for you guys to be safe, do not go in the boiler room without protective gear. But sometimes Aries be thinking they could like escape certain shit that, oh, if I just get up and do it, ain't nothing gonna happen, bro. Bullshit. So my brother, bro, this man went into the fucking Walmart, bro. Wally's World, yeah. And I don't know why, what, when, how, why he did it. But this man he went and just like into an aisle and just started grabbing shit off the shelves. And bro, he went into the damn Walmart, grabbed something off the shelf and literally tried to just walk out, bro. The damn asset protection team, they literally slammed his ass to the ground and cuffed him, bro. I'm like, bro, or detained or however you say it. To me, I'm like, bro, why bro, you don't see me? This is how when I do my stuff, I'm a professional. See, I go in there, I got all kind of little weapons on me and shit. I got little, I'm like Batman with his utility belt when I go and do my thing, where you got that little spider looking thing, that little hard ass fucking with all the little spider, like the little what they call it, security looking thing. And a lot of people don't know how to pop that bad boy off. I got the tool to get that shit off quick. You use a wire cutter, poof, that thing comes off. See? But the thing is that if you're gonna take something big, you got to have inside connections, bro. You ain't finna walk out that motherfucker with no $1,000 fucking, whatever it is. But it still could be done. But you have to you got to draw the illusion. So you might have to go in there. I'm gonna see, I can't tell y'all this stuff, but it's like this. I put the disclaimer. I'm not telling y'all to do any of this. I'm just telling my story. But what you gotta do is if someone's gonna do that, you have to draw the illusion, bro. You got to get that spider wrap. You got to get that little spider detector, the little thing that's gonna beep. Take that shit off. Use your Batman tools, and then you have to have a receipt. You gotta have a receipt. You gotta have a bogus receipt, bro. Because you gotta get past them two people at the damn door. Because they gonna stop you. Hey, sir, wait a minute. Let me see the receipt. You're coming from electronics. What is this? And you got to have that receipt. But I'm gonna tell you how you do it. Once you have a receipt, you have to do a lot of talking. See? And you gotta show them quick. You gotta say, see, look, it's right here, bro. I just paid for it, bro. Cash. You wanna go back there and ask the dude? See? Oh, let me see it. But I say, I just showed you, bro. Come on, bro. You really gonna harass me like this, bro? You could go back there. You gotta walk and talk and call the dude back in the electronics, man. But here's the thing. You gotta do this smooth. You gotta see, sometimes when you leave, you can see who the weekend is. I call it the weekend. See, the weekend is the exit of the store where there's some little young dude that ain't just trying to get a check. See, you want to exit out his door. You want to find you want to find somebody that's not on their job. They just sitting there, a door host just standing there in his phone like, when it's break. Like you want to catch one of them dudes because you walk out of his door, he ain't finna do all that checking and shit. He gonna look at you and say, welcome to Walmart. hey, have a good day, man. He ain't finna talk to you, get all in your shit. So that's the one you want to go to. You don't want to go to the one that's like looking like he top flight, like he ready. But here's the thing. Sometimes do not let that shit fool you, bro. Cause I've seen people that look like they look it and they not on they shit, bro. Cause you could do stuff like you could have the receipt, highlight some shit that's not even the item. But what I was saying is this: it's some shit out there that you can make. You can make your own bogus receipt. I just ain't gonna tell y'all the sauce, cause that ain't what the channel's about. But yeah, it's some shit you could do that can really show. I'm telling you, cause listen, I studied, I studied so many videos. See, now y'all gonna laugh. I watched so many videos about this. Have y'all ever seen on YouTube? It's called, damn, what is it called? Now this is something different, but it's called almost, what is it called? It was like people that could have got off with some type of crime, but they got caught because they made a mistake. Like one mistake. They were about to get off with it, and then they got caught. And then it's like watching those type of shows and videos, it shows you like how they got caught, what not to do. Like, damn, this dude did all of this shit and then he got caught because he either said something to someone, he dropped something, he touched something. It's like little stuff like that. But you ever watch the videos, you have to watch what people do wrong. And then that's how you take notes. You say, okay, yeah, I know not to do that. See, that was dumb. But don't get me wrong, because I know this kind of sound like, why he telling us all this shit? Because I had to tell somebody, if that makes sense. It's like sometimes it just I don't even know. I can't even tell y'all like why I be doing that shit. But I am gonna stop. I keep saying I'm gonna stop, but I keep doing the shit, bro. And I think it's because when you stop doing one vice, it's like you start to pick up another. And then you get this kind of it's like I can't even tell you, man. I think it's a no matter it's something in me that I feel like I just be doing this stuff like to where I don't know, I can't even explain it. Cause it's like when I used to sleep around and used to just, man, I used to be nasty. I used to sleep around and I couldn't stop. I just kept wanting to just smash every female, everything, just and I was just like becoming too like addicted and just addicted to just doing it. It's a Pisces thing. I know for a fact. It was like I just kept doing it, and I had to like stop because I realized like this is out of hand, fam. So with me, I do have like like a real uh how can I say it? I don't know if I get onto something and I like it and I feel like I'm just like good at it. It's like I just be having a tight grip on it, and then it's like until I have to make myself stop, like talk myself out of it or just like you know like one time, I'm gonna tell y'all a true story. I kept like I literally it was like I just kept sleeping around, sleeping around, sleeping around. I was using protection and then it wasn't like on no crazy no protection thing, but it was I kept doing it, bro. I had to sell my car, bro, because I couldn't stop. It was like I just knew I couldn't. So I sold my car. I had this little like Suzuki that steamed like it was like a real small vehicle. Boom. I sold the vehicle and then I was like, damn, why I sell my car, man? What the hell? Because I had to take the bus. But I'm glad I did that, bro, because bro, I was literally like, I probably would have got a chick pregnant had I had my car at that time. Cause I was just like reckless, bro. I was so reckless with it, bro. And guess what I was using? The dating site. But I was so see the dating site, it was just like me and my cousins, we always had something lined up. It was like we was all just like having somebody come over. It was just that's just how it was. Throwing parties all the time. And it's just like that's why I say like a Pisces can be an old soul because when I was 16, I was doing shit that 25-year-olds would be doing. Like when I was 16, I was smashing girls older than me, lying saying that I was older, but I was younger. To where it was just like on that type of time and to where that's why I say like I done everything when I was younger. So now that I'm older, I'm more like chilled out, more calmer, more. But then it's like I'm still laced with game because and knowledge and wisdom because you gotta understand when I was 16, bro, I done seen people get killed in front of me, bro. Like I done seen a whole lot of stuff that I shouldn't have been seeing, bro. To where I got a lot of street smarts. I know I got a spiritual walk with God, even though I be, taking little things and stealing sometime. But think about it. It's a lot of stuff I don't do. Like I don't drink, I don't smoke. I haven't smoked a cigarette in like, damn, I haven't smoked a cigarette in years, bro. I don't smoke weed, I don't smoke none of that shit, bro. I just what I believe in is facing your problems and solving them. See, like I face my problems. I don't run from them. I'm not finna smoke some shit just to try to numb myself or forget about something. Cause weed. I think smoking weed makes you dumb, bro. People don't always want to admit it, but it makes you dumb because now if it's medicated, that's a different story. But if you just doing it, I feel like it makes you dumb because you start to forget shit. And I do that anyway. Naturally, I forget shit. But I forget the shit that I was not supposed to even keep on my mind because like that Scorpio woman, I ain't even until I just said that right now, I didn't even think about her. No. We ain't did nothing anyway, for me to be thinking about her. But yeah, so another thing, let me see. Okay, so now another thing about a Pisces is this is that um we could be too emotional to the point where we feel everything and sometimes we tend to put that first because it's like we don't want to tolerate disrespect on any level. So it could either be small disrespect and that could hurt a Pisces deeply. But it's not to the point like a Pisces gonna be like wounded or crying for days or no, it'll just be like a Pisces will really stop being cool with you over that small disrespectful statement. That's where the whole sensitivity to emotional situation occurs to where it's almost like people don't think that was necessary. Oh, I was just joking, and then a Pisces just cut them off. It be in those moments where a person may say, "Oh, that Pisces is too emotional because they cut me off because I said this." But you gotta understand, if a person realizes that you tolerate it, let's say it wasn't a joke, but the person lied and said it was a joke. Now it's almost like you enabling them to treat you, poorly and letting shit slide, and knowing that they meant what they said. See, it's just like, oh, because you held them accountable, now they trying to take it back. Now, another thing is this is that let's say somebody is joking too hard and then a Pisces just remembers it for months. It depends, who you were in that Pisces life. A Pisces can, forgive and then explode later. See? So sometimes a Pisces can bottle up their emotions. They might not know what to say. Like I said, it all depends on how they feel. Um, because like I say, if they've been disrespected, even after months have went by, see, a Pisces can just randomly just snap and shock everybody. See, like they could pull the trigger, and next thing you know, it's like, wow, that person just did that, just up and did that. Like it's in those moments because you don't see. That's the thing even if you master your emotions, even if you went through that self mastery, sometimes if it could be stuff that's going on with that Pisces, in their home, maybe their family. Sometimes it could be work. And sometimes if a Pisces doesn't have an outlet or somewhere to escape, they can escape through shocking everybody. See? So that can make a Pisces, hard to understand in the first place. Because Pisces can do two different things. It's two different fish, man. So when you look at other signs that have a duality, like um, you start to look at Pisces, and that's what you get. Two different fish, and what a Pisces is capable of what they're capable of doing is two different things. See? So what I mean is that one day a Pisces can be outgoing. They could be loving. They could be in a good mood. They could do something that's like, hey, they were for the people that day. They were, helping people cross the street. They were feeding people. And then the next day they killing people. See? The next day they, using people heads as fidget spinners and fidgeting and, turning things inside out. But people get frustrated because the Pisces mood, or should I say moods, a Pisces moods, they constantly shift. See, the whole point of the shifting that people don't understand about the depiction of Pisces in the first place is that there's the spiritual cord that connects to the two fish. One fish going upstream, one fish going downstream. But if you ever notice, one can't leave from another. See, so that means that even though they're both doing something different, it's like at the same time they can't they can't stop, bro. It's like a they can't stop and say, oh, to the point where it has to be that way. It has to be a iffy situation where the Pisces just like, okay, well, yeah, and then no. It's like it has to be a that opposite. It's like the opposite of what a person would, expect. It's like, yeah, they did this and then they didn't do this. See, because this is the thing about it is Pisces was made like that. That's their defense, is that the illusion. See, the illusion is that what you see is not always what you get. It's like a to the point where you could see that whole if it's like a iffy, and that's what Pisces the symbol symbolizes, that everything is iffy. So yeah, a Pisces could go and then tomorrow disappear. They could commit and then cheat. They can say I'm sorry and literally do the same shit to you. It's almost like I'm sorry, and then all of a sudden that Pisces just they're not sorry. See, it's like a everything they say it could be gone tomorrow. So that lets you know that based on, I'm gonna tell you what determines that iffiness is based off of how that Pisces feels, bro. See, they could be in a good mood. Like I say, help people across the street, feed the homeless, do all these great things. Then tomorrow, somebody ends up getting found dead in the garbage can. And they might say, damn, man, look at that man. He's in the garbage. Who did this? And then all of a sudden, a person could walk through the grocery store and say, damn, man, who stole all these goddamn essential waters? Who the fuck did this? And then all of a sudden, they could say, hey, I don't know. I don't know who did it. I don't know what's going on. And that's the thing. People think, oh, even, you know what the craziest shit? Even if you said it was me, it was me. I'm the Pisces that did that. Guess what? I don't believe you. No, you didn't. You didn't take that shit, bro. No, you didn't. Even if you told on yourself, people will not believe you. Cause Pisces, you're not gonna never get credit, bro, for nothing, bro. If you if you wiped out a whole damn if you if you wiped out a whole damn city, bro, and you told on yourself, they ain't gonna believe you, bro. They're gonna say you had no, you didn't. You couldn't have done it. Nope. Nope. I'm not buying it. Nope. You didn't do it. They will never believe you, bro. Even if you told on yourself. Nope. See? And that's the thing, is why I say is that everything becomes a competition, bro. Who does this the best? Who does this the best? If you have a record that nobody else can match, no matter if it's in the good side of things or the bad side of things, people will always want to secretly put their ego up there. See, they want to push their ego on you, Pisces, because, oh, there's no way you could have done this better than anyone else. Oh, they don't want to give you credit when you're good at things, because guess what? Even if you're good at things, you will what? You will always be good at it, no matter if it's a bad thing or a good thing. Listen, Bin Laden is a prime example. Bin Laden, do your research on Bin Laden. Bin Laden was good at what he did, okay? Now he wasn't a good person, let's just, per se, but in the villain in the villain perspective, this man was a menace, bro. And he had a strong influence, bro. Cause so could you imagine the potential if he was trying to do the right thing? He would be just as powerful. He would have the same goddamn following, bro. He would have the same damn energy. His energy was none, bro. His energy, bro. He had so many people that would do anything, bro. Lose their lives for him, bro. And it was unfortunate what he did, as far as, the Twin Tower situation, but it's like that goes to show you that they ain't nobody, bro, nobody knew what he was getting ready to do, bro. Could you imagine? See, that's how Pisces, that's why I said Pisces waits. No one knows when Pisces gonna strike, bro. You could just be chilling, eating, you could be on your damn break at lunch, at work, eating your little side salad, and next thing you know, a helicopter or a plane, an airplane is like literally coming down your way, about to smash into your, establishment. And you like, what the hell is this damn big ass jet doing down here? And then boom, just explosions just everywhere to where, could you imagine that day, that Twin Tower day, bro, September 11th? That's the Pisces striking, bro, through other people. That's cold blooded, bro. That the way he envisioned that shit, bro, that's why you can't be playing, bro, with Pisces, bro. He had folks losing their lives, jumping off them damn buildings, bro, and they wasn't ready for it. Wasn't no preparation, bro. It was no, I'm coming. It wasn't no, let's ready. Hey, be ready. No heads up, bro. People just living their lives doing regular stuff. And all he wanted to do was do that. See, just because he had that, he didn't like the US, but it's like, to me, that's the typical Pisces, bro. You really don't know if a Pisces don't like a situation, they could get on that plotting and literally just be waiting to the right time to do it. See, not saying it's the right thing, but I'm just saying like that just go to show you the mind of Pisces that they don't, whatever they do, it's like you ain't gonna see it coming. Now, okay, so like I say, a Pisces can forgive and then explode later, all right? So now I would say this as well. See, the reason why Pisces attract Scorpio, see, is because Pisces, they naturally attract jealousy. See that? They naturally attract jealousy. So people are very envious when, this is why you don't get the credit. It's because they're envious of what you did. It's like, oh, this person, they cleaned up the whole, let's say you were alone and you cleaned up an office space or something and you did a good job, boom. The person that witnessed it, they're not gonna like the fact that, oh, you did such a good job on something. They're not gonna they're not gonna tell you, but you naturally attract jealousy. So you could walk in a room and then people instantly can just gravitate towards you, Pisces. That's why I said, no matter where you are, you could be in, God forbid, you could be in, you could just be visiting somewhere and people gravitate towards you. And then it's like other people, they just start to hate Pisces because Pisces gets attention effortlessly. It's like you don't even be trying to get no attention, bro. You just get it, bro. To where you could be at a job you just started, bro, your first goddamn day, and now it's like everybody likes you, or everybody wants to talk to you, or everybody is talking to you, and it's like you could be sitting there having a conversation with the CEO or just somebody of, it could be somebody up there, to the point where they're the store manager or something, to where other people will be intimidated to, speak to that person they see you just laughing and, joking and having a good old time, and people start thinking like, why is he talking to the boss? What's going on? Like, he just started. Like, would he go sit down somewhere? Like, why is he like? Then they see you like, once they see the favor and they see like, oh, you have like, he's like, oh, they see you, you're cool. You establish yourself with that boss to where now people become threatened by it now. Oh, you then became, you know, you became cool with the boss. So now, oh, people think you might take their job. They start getting upset. See, now a Pisces can emotionally detach, see, and become cold-hearted as well. So what I mean by this is once a Pisces is done, they're done, bro. It ain't no, oh, I had, the wrong mindset. I'm sorry. I wasn't in the mood. No, a Pisces is done, bro. See, the difference with Aquarius is Aquarius can detach, but sometimes they come back. See, but Pisces, once they done, they're done forever. It's like this ain't no coming back or being gone for a short time or even for a long time and come back. Nope. Because like let's say a ex thinks that a Pisces still care about them, okay? But meanwhile, the Pisces already moved on spiritually. See, it's like sometimes you physically might think, oh, that person still care, and they're done. You see how the two fish, it's like you, even if they even if they seemed even if they cared at one point, yeah, even if they cared, they can literally turn it off to where they don't care no more that quick. Like, you could be anybody. Like, you could be somebody of, let's say you and a Pisces were really like close, tight, best friends, just, you know, colleague, whatever, associates. And if that Pisces say something disrespectful or say something like slick, a Pisces can tell if it was like the way it was delivered. Like, oh, if this person was really joking, or oh, is this a real insult, but it's covered up in chocolate. Like, okay, a Pisces can tell, okay, you really, you know, like I really see your true colors. Then a Pisces will cut you off and not talk to you no more that quick because they pick up on, you know, movement. They pick up on energy shifts. So it's like if a person just start cussing you out, but you was cool with them, and you be like, wait a minute, and then they keep doing it. So now you know it's not a joke, and it's like, oh, that's how you feel about me? Okay. Well, guess what? It's my turn. Then let me do something that you didn't wasn't expecting. See? So it's like little stuff like that because a Pisces knows that the world is like I say, an illusion. So you have to know that at any time somebody could literally like turn on you, uh, you know, change on you, and it's like even if it's somebody that you were cool with. Now, let me see. Go Diego, go. Welcome said, real you funny. I'm not laughing at her situation, but it's how you told the story that made me laugh. Yeah, I was just, trying to um, make it make sense and trying to, say it in the best way possible that people can understand it. But yeah, appreciate that. Said Misty said, we can't say stuff because it will manifest. I did tell him I was going to be his stepmom. That's diabolical. Yeah, definitely. Um, Misty said we attract the darkness. Yeah, we definitely attract the darkness and people that need healing. But sometimes it's like it's not as easy as it sounds because some people that need healing, they don't want to get healing. So it's like they'll they'll it's almost like they'll come to you, you will attract them, but then it'll be a lot of, push and pull going on to where you'll know like, okay, this person has all these issues, but then they don't want to get the help. They don't want to get healed. But it's like you could clearly see that something's wrong or not right. Appreciate that, Deanna Sanchez. Welcome. Say you spitting the facts. Yeah, so it's like appreciate that. Let me see here what else I got for y'all. Okay, let me check something. Okay, damn, where's okay, let me check. Oh, okay, here. Okay, so another thing is a Pisces can see through manipulation. Okay. Manipulation, when you can see through it, see, it's a difference. People see manipulation is a layered, it's like a layered thing to where it's not something that comes in like a single pack or like a single or just one thing. Manipulation has the front, like the frontal is something that you may relate to, something you're familiar with, and it's almost like a hook. It's like it has the manipulation has to have an attachment. Now, Pisces sees right through the manipulation. See, all the way to the root or the root, however you want to say it, to where the Pisces knows why the person is using it in the first place. And I'm gonna tell you, see, a Pisces, they could catch fake compliments instantly. See, because, like I say, that's how I knew the Scorpio woman was full of shit because she was telling me, "Oh, you're handsome," and "Oh, I like how I like you, I like you, I like you." But I don't need nobody to tell me that I'm handsome. It's like, and then it's like if the compliment doesn't match, it's like it has to match the setting. It has to match the situation that's going on to where if someone says something to you and it doesn't match the vibe, it doesn't match the mood, it's kind of like they're full of it. It's like they're trying to, they're trying to force you to do something. See? Meaning the attachment, they're trying to manipulate you. Um, because you wouldn't say so usually people butter you up. If you ever looked at a something you had to butter up first, right? Is that if you butter somebody up 9 times out of 10, it's only to manipulate them because you want them to do something for you. So it's like if you're really, really nice and you're butt kissing and you're just being like, oh, so nice to Frank or Cindy, and it's like you really want Cindy to take you to work or you really want Cindy to borrow you some money. And now you're just just saying every little thing that you think will make them squirm to where, oh, I like that. I like your glasses. I like your hat. And then it's like, boom. And then following up with those fake compliments. Oh, you wouldn't happen to have this, would you? Or could you take me over here to this? Oh, but here's the thing. They won't ask. See, they'll tell a story. Oh, yeah, you know what? My ride didn't even show up today. So I don't even know how I'm going to get to work. Oh, God darn it. They're looking for you to cave in because of those compliments. See, those fake compliments, they want you to they want you to do it because they look, the person, some people fall for this because they don't want to upset the person or they don't want to feel like, oh, that person gave me all those compliments and oh, I could have, I can't even offer this person help or damn, what kind of person am I? And that's manipulation when that's what it does to get you to self-doubt, to question yourself. And it's like you're not obligated, but if you feel obligated, you're being manipulated. That's why you feel that way. That's why it feels off. It feels like, well, why am I feeling like this? Like I didn't ask for those compliments. This person just said these things. I don't owe them anything. See, that's you setting the boundary. See, it's because it's like you can't make me do something just because you said I like your glasses. See, So the thing about it is a Pisces catches the fake compliments instantly. Also, if let's say, for example, a coworker or some pretends to support a Pisces, but then secretly, competes with you at the same time. So a Pisces already knows like how you gonna support me when you're competing with me. See, so let's say another thing is this. See, a Pisces will remember your energy. Now it's cold blooded. See, most people don't think you're watching them when you watch them. See, they think you're just looking at a person, their behavior, and what they may tell you. No, a Pisces looks at your energy. See, not your words. It's cold blooded. So let's say you apologize for something you did to a Pisces, but then a Pisces still remembers how you made them feel. See, it could have been their first day of work, could be anything. Now, let's say somebody says, "Oh, Pisces, I was just joking." But then a Pisces just never fully trusts that person again. See, after that whole rubbing me the wrong way situation, a Pisces like, "No, I don't trust you no more. Nope." And that's the thing. Once a Pisces is done, it's hard for you to get back in their good graces. No matter what you cannot get through it ever again, bro. I'm telling you. Now, a Pisces may also disappear during conflict. So instead of arguing with you, a Pisces just vanishes. And see, sometimes people get angry, like the other person, they could get very angry because Pisces refuses to feed the drama. See, because a Pisces ain't like a Pisces refuses to get into the back and forth drama like a Jerry Springer episode to where they don't want to do the back and forth. They rather just be done. Now, another thing is that a Pisces can unintentionally make people obsessed. See, so a lot of times they could feel like they're under a spell. A Pisces could give, if they want to, a deep emotional connection, but people tend to get addicted to Pisces attention. See, so let's say like Pisces has that listening ear, and then they have empathy and their intuition. It not only works for themselves, but it works for others. So a lot of times people like to, bounce things off to Pisces to figure things out. And then they get addicted to Pisces like a damn tablet. I said a tablet. I meant to say they get addicted to Pisces like Tylenol or something, okay? Now, another thing is that see if let me see. So yeah, they get addicted to Pisces like a Tylenol, right? Now, but here's the catch though, the plot, here's the twist. Is they get addicted to a Pisces attention, but then they get angry when a Pisces pull away. See how a Pisces can give something, and then once they see a person think a Pisces is 2 feet in, and that's the illusion. You think that a Pisces is 2 feet in with you, and then when they do the opposite, people can't handle it, bro. See, now a Pisces can also play innocent too well, so this beats charm because see a Pisces can act calm, and then secretly they can know everything that's going on, even though they're extremely calm. And then other people think that a Pisces is being manipulative with the whole situations quietly behind the scenes as they do this. See, they're like, yo, why aren't you talking about all this stuff that you know? Why are you just like not saying anything to anyone? Well, Pisces is just like that. See, they're not gonna just share everything that they see. Nope. Now, I'm gonna tell you another thing. See, the silence of a Pisces is scary, okay? So this is not like your silent treatment or like your ghosting, like, or the silence of a Scorpio. It's different because with the Pisces, they just stop talking. See, when they're hurt, they ain't saying nothing. Uh the whole room feels the tension because Pisces energy, it changes instantly. So imagine a person being someone that everybody comes to because they're addicted to you, your listening ear, your good advice, your intuition, then all of a sudden you just stop. Nothing. No talking, no engaging, and then people can feel your energy shift. See? They can feel that tension. Now, I'm gonna tell you another thing about Pisces that people they don't know or they don't understand it is that a Pisces outgrows people quickly. See? So a Pisces can literally change emotionally and spiritually. So let's say you are an old friend of that Pisces. Once that Pisces evolve, guess what? They might change on you. See, they will change on you because, like I say, they've evolved. They've reached, that next level. And as they change, so does their friends. It's like once a Pisces elevate, hanging with Chris on the porch, hey, not doing shit. Nope. Once that Pisces get their mind right and they elevate, they evolve, guess what? Frank, Ricky, whoever the hell their name is, they dissolve. See? It's almost like, wait, Pisces, let me go with you. Nope. Next thing you know, his feet just turn into dust and he just disappears. See? Then next you know, what reappears is new people. See? It's like new people. I remember the craziest thing. I had all these friends growing up, neighborhood friends, and they all dissolved. See? Moved from that neighborhood, then I had different people around me, new friends, and then they dissolved. And then it's like no matter what area I switched to, I went to a school and then I left the school, went to a different school. No matter all these different changes, it's almost like so did the people change. See, now another thing is Pisces can emotionally test people. Okay, so they can watch how people act when they're ignored, when they're upset. A Pisces pays attention to patterns. Okay, patterns means what? Illusions. Pisces studies other people's illusions. That's why they're so good at reading them, seeing through them, and knowing when it's an illusion. That's the hardest thing for people to decipher, to understand. Like, how do you know that's a rainbow? Or how do you know how do you know it's about to rain? How do you know that there's a storm coming? How do you know that? Like, and people, when Pisces test other people emotionally, people don't even know they're being tested. Like, because the Pisces really watches people, like, and puts that test on you to where, oh, I'm gonna step on your big toe and see how you react. See, I'm gonna piss you off on purpose. Just to see what you'll do when you're mad. See, I want to see your behavior when you're mad to know what's real. See, well, I want to see when you're pissed off, I want to see how much of that niceness shit you were talking about. I want to see how much of that stays. See, because when people are mad, it's almost like they forget about all the stuff that they've said when they were when they were feeling better. It's like, let me see how you are when you're pissed. See, because guess what? People change and their true colors come out. And they might say something to you that of how they felt in secret about you. They might say, "Oh, they hate you, f you. I don't give a damn about and it's like, wait a minute. I thought you said you liked that. I thought you said you liked my shoes. I thought you said all that changed once you got pissed off. See, so a Pisces can purposely go quiet just to see who genuinely checks on them. See, a Pisces can just leave and not say nothing for days and just to see who will reach back. It's cold blooded. See, now a Pisces can also attract chaos accidentally. So the drama can just literally follow a Pisces even when they avoid it. And see, people project their emotions onto Pisces constantly. That's why Pisces, you must know or you must learn how to separate yours from others. Now, the thing with Pisces and the difference between Pisces and other zodiac signs is that Pisces, they're too intuitive. See, it's like if you look at Pisces, everything is bumped up a notch. Everything is to the extreme. It's turned up to the max. So it's almost like when you turn up the heat past 400, what, it's like something that's hot and then it becomes hotter. And then it's like blazing, like to the, it's, it's almost like overkill. Well, that's Pisces. See? So if you go, a Pisces is too intuitive to where they know who you are, what's your real name, where did you come from. It's like all your little motives, you know, they even know if you got shit stains. They can tell that too. Yeah, any little thing, nothing hides, bro. See? Because like I say, a Pisces can predict a betrayal before it happens. That's why Jesus knew that what's his name? He knew that Judas was gonna betray him ahead of time. He told him, yeah, I know you, yeah, you gonna betray me. I told the Scorpio the same shit. I told him, I said, bro, I said, I got a feeling you gonna get me fired, bro. And then it happened, bro. I said, bro, I got a feeling. And I told him, I said, bro, if I get fired, it's gonna be because of you, bro. And I said, you know what? I just want to tell you ahead of time that karma is gonna tear your ass off for it. And then I'm talking about literally my off days came and I was fired on my day off. Now, another thing is this when a Pisces predicts a betrayal before it happens, friends, they get uncomfortable because Pisces already knows something. It's cold-blooded. See? Another thing is a Pisces can make people feel exposed. It's almost as if the Pisces has their third eye open. A Pisces can ask, deep questions that nobody expects. And see, somebody pretending to be confident, suddenly they begin to feel seen right through. It's cold-blooded. Like nothing can hide, bro. Like it can, no confidence can't hide, stoicism can't hide, Machiavellianism, whatever no matter what you try to use, what you try to do, karate, jiu-jitsu, anything, it's not gonna work, bro. Pisces, you gonna see right through that shit, bro, to where it's like you throwing all kind of punches and stuff, and the Pisces blocking all your shit to where they like doing karate and dodging and rolling on the floor, hitting backflips, and it's like they know exactly what you gonna do, bro. Because listen, they very, very, very intuitive. See, now another thing is this. See, a Pisces can be too forgiving. They could be too sensitive. They could be too mysterious. They could be too private. They could be too emotional. They could be too attractive spiritually, too unpredictable, too detached after heartbreak, hard to control. They can make people feel guilty without even trying. They can daydream too much. You notice the word two. Extremes, you guys. Extremes. See, it's not like you're just quiet. You're too quiet. That's the problem. See, it's almost like this. People cannot control two. See, they can't control two things. You know what I'm saying? Two fish. They cannot control two fish. It's hard as hell to control one fish. Now it's two. See? So it's like this. People, everything you do is too much. See? And it's not a bad thing. You can make people feel guilty, as I mentioned. You daydream, you escape reality. And you're not escaping reality because you don't want to be realistic or you don't want to do what's real or the right thing. The thing about it is put it like this, the reality changes based off of someone else's perspective. See? So a Pisces knows this, so a Pisces has to escape because there's a such thing as spirituality. See? but everybody wants to ignore it. That's why they can't see or understand Pisces anyway. Now, another thing is that a Pisces reads body language too well. They don't fake friendships. They quietly judge behavior. they they hate fake people. They go ghost mode suddenly. Their mood changes very quickly. The energy shifts instantly. They keep secrets well. A Pisces go to grave about anything. They done seen stuff. They ain't saying nothing. Um, Too spiritually aware of everything people project onto you. That is a known. That is a known thing that happens to you. See, don't never forget this, because if you do, you're gonna end up getting hurt. See, and not knowing why. Because people project their emotions onto you, Pisces. So if they feel in some type of way, they're gonna project onto you. They might not like their lives. They may not like something about themselves, so they're gonna end up taking it out on you. They're gonna say they don't like something you're doing because they're it's almost like they can't heal like you can, Pisces. So they can't heal themselves. So they feel like, oh, I got to like play hot potato or musical chairs, and oh, I got to give this to you. See, they want to trade places. Now, another thing is a Pisces they can manipulate emotionally when they're hurt. See, now let's say a fake friend, right, laughs at a Pisces publicly, and then that Pisces just stays quiet afterwards. But now, months later, the Pisces cuts that person off forever without explanation. It's cold blooded. See, now everybody can ignore a Pisces warnings, okay, about somebody. A Pisces been telling everybody to watch this person, watch this person. A Pisces can meet somebody for the first time and tell everybody it's something about Chris. See, it's something about Steve. It's something about Ray. It's to the point where a Pisces is like, yo, this new person that just started, I haven't met him yet. But when I set eyes on him, I just something about this dude, I don't trust it. I'm not buying no, right? Then all of a sudden, everybody ignores the Pisces warnings about Chris, Ray, and all these people, right? And then later, that person betrays the whole group. Now everybody is asking Pisces, how did you know? How did you know? How did you know that Chris was gonna do that? How did you know Chris was a bad person? Why? Well, and it's like, I told y'all already, bro. I told y'all that this man was no good. Whoever hired him should be fired. See? Now, let's say a Pisces gives somebody unconditional love. The person takes advantage of it. See? Now, once the Pisces emotionally disconnects from that situation, they never get the version back of that Pisces that they once had. See, this is what a lot of people fail to realize with Pisces. You could treat the good side of Pisces wrong, and guess what? You're not getting that version back no more. Nope. So now when the Pisces is an asshole and just literally just trolling you, just a thorn in your side, all of a sudden, it stays that way forever. See, because the Pisces like, you didn't respect the good side of me. So why should I give you a side of me that you didn't respect? No, that's not fair. And nope, I'm not doing it. See, now another thing, a Pisces could go silent in a group chat. This could be something in the DMs. It could be a on DMs or not, right? So everybody suddenly starts to notice the energy because it feels different. See, without without the Pisces even being there. So even if it's in the chat, even if it's a Pisces, literally, listen, even if it's in the chat, Pisces can literally it's almost like they could be in a situation. It's like, damn, that even if they're not there, they still have this same effect. See? Now, let's say if somebody takes a Pisces kindness for weakness, okay? Then the Pisces finally snaps and everybody acts shocked, okay? That's another situation. Like, people don't know that just because a Pisces is kind does not mean they can't do a John Wayne Gacy on you. See? Now, a Pisces is not hated because they're weak. That's not what I'm saying, and that's not the case. But a Pisces is hated because they see too much, they feel too much, and then they can never just, like I say, they can never fully fake who they are, bro. Even if you put a Pisces in a situation that, like, they gonna only be themselves, bro. And that's the only way, because a Pisces can literally, they can literally, how can I say this? For instance, like with the Scorpio situation, it's like I was giving her rope. I was just giving her rope. And I kept trying to, like, be cordial and trying to give her the benefit of the doubt, but she was cooking, bro. She was disrespectful, bro. She was cutting up too much to where I said, you know what? I can't give her this version back. I can't give her that version back that I had before. And she noticed it. She said, "Wait a minute. You're rubbing me the wrong way. Like, I don't like how you're acting right now." And I did it on purpose. I said, "Yeah, of course. You didn't respect the nice, or the respectful side of me. So now I'm gonna be an asshole. That's what you're gonna get. I'm gonna be a thorn in your side on purpose." See? And then that, like I say, that's because a Pisces is going to make more of you, of who you really are. So if you're fake, a Pisces is gonna make you show it, make you own it. See? Their behavior will make you become it, to where it's like, oh, now the person is showing their true colors. So their behavior changes anyway. Now, I also want to throw in, when when a Pisces man and a Scorpio woman clash, okay, even though they're compatible. Now I'm gonna tell y'all really quick. Pisces man and Scorpio woman are considered soulmates. But what people don't talk about here is that how emotionally intense this couple can be, okay? So even though a Scorpio and a Pisces can understand each other deeply, and going more in depth with each other emotionally, that's where things can turn toxic as well. See, because people don't understand is that the emotions are heavy here. Now, let's say I'm gonna tell y'all some reasons why Pisces and Scorpio, Pisces man and Scorpio women clash now. Because both of them, they're too emotional. See, you can't put it like this. You can't have, how can I say this? It's almost like this. Small arguments, they become emotional wars. See, it's like you could say something, and then you and a Scorpio can literally be going neck to neck on a situation, a topic, an opinion, to where they might say you can mount a 65 inch, on the wall. And then you're like, no, you need this, you need a certain bracket. The Pisces can say that to the Scorpio. And then, Scorpio, their ego is is literally exposed, and it's like always shown to you. It's always there, present. And then the person will say, no, I know this, and you don't know what you're talking about. And then the Pisces will say, Google it. It's right there. You can't mount, and it's like this little small argument, it spills over and it becomes an emotional war. It's almost like who feelings are more intense or matters the most between the two of us. And that's the reason why it can feel like an emotional war. Now, what a Pisces may do, they may shut down emotionally while Scorpio gets more intense trying to force communication. Because even if you as a Pisces, you don't agree with what a Scorpio woman or man, is uh communicating to you about it, whatever it may be, just their opinion, and let's say you don't agree with it. Well, Scorpio will still keep saying and keep talking trash, keep cussing you out, keep calling you names, bickering, just, saying stuff to where you could literally have thought to yourself like, yo, I'm not even gonna go back and forth. I'm not gonna do and then a Scorpio will just keep going. They don't know how to, let things be or chill out, right? Now, let's say, okay, so I'm gonna tell you why. Why would a Scorpio keep, you know, pushing and pushing and pushing? Because they want control, okay? Scorpios, they like emotional certainty, okay? So a Pisces can literally change their mood constantly, making Scorpio feel unstable. See, because Scorpio, the reason why they want control is with a Pisces because it's almost like the mood, okay? They don't want you to be able to have your own mood. They don't want you to be able to change anything. See, that's what the whole control of having their grip in the situation is almost like in the first place. It's like they don't want you to change anything. Could you imagine somebody setting the tone for a situation only for a Pisces to be able to change things? That would piss a Scorpio off because Scorpio's like, I already had it set up already. They're like, oh, why did you change this, or why did you do this differently than how I done it? In other words, so you guys end up having an emotional war over that situation. Now, Pisces likes to avoid confrontation. So a Pisces can disappear instead of arguing, where a Scorpio could see the whole silence as manipulation or avoidance. Sometimes they might think you're not, handling a situation because you're, silent about it. And sometimes they could think that you're being manipulative by being silent. Now, a Scorpio remembers everything. That's another thing that a lot of people don't know about Scorpio. They remember everything. So that's why they're, prone to, remembering traumas and, things that happened that were unfortunate. Now, even if you disrespect a Scorpio in any manner, they will never forget it. They will never forget any type of disrespect. So even if a Pisces apologizes and moves on, Scorpio still replays the pain months later. Okay, so that's why if you fall out with a Scorpio man or woman, you might as well move on. Do not try to go back to them and rekindle and start over. Let's run it back because they hold grudges, bro, and they will stink, bro. If you think a Scorpio just going, oh, I'm sorry, yeah, I was wrong, and yeah, nope, they're gonna sting you, bro, again and again and again. They're not gonna stop. So what they'll do is, even if they get you back in their good graces, they're gonna hurt you, bro. It's just you just don't know when. Now, another thing is a Pisces can seem emotionally confusing to a Scorpio, okay? Because one day a Pisces can be affectionate, and then the next day distant. See? So Scorpio starts to question Pisces loyalty based off, those feelings because Scorpio is used to everything being the same, as it was yesterday. So when a Pisces does the opposite, that Scorpio loses control and they're going to say something to that Pisces like, what are you doing, right? Now, Scorpio likes to test loyalty consistently, so they watch everything closely, your reactions to things. Pisces, like I say, they feel emotionally exhausted from, always being analyzed by Scorpio. Scorpio doesn't like to take a break or, slack up from it. They like to be direct in your face, grill you to a point. Let me see. What's up, everybody that just came in? Natalie said she was friends with the home wrecker, and I defended her because it was with men in unhappy situations. Too nice for sure, but when she crossed the line, and I called her out in private, but very stern. Oh, that's what's up. Yeah, definitely. Said she ghosted, never even really responded. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, yeah, definitely. It's not something that like that's easily, easily done when it comes to things like that. Like, um, if you're friends with a home record, it can always be, it, I wouldn't even say always be. It will happen to you too. Like if you have a friend that does something wrong, like me, it's like, for instance, I wouldn't steal from a friend or do something, but I have done it before. See, I have done it before. Now, I know what you're thinking. Oh, that's kind of shisty, that's dirty. But you got to understand that you only have you only have control over what you can control, okay? And I remember growing up, I was young, and I remember this one he wasn't my relative, but he was like one of my, like a close friend to the family type of situation. And the crazy thing was he had these like these sunglasses, right? It was like the like lenses were like kind of like silver. And I was like, yo, these some nice glasses that had like the white little like woods, like the white little glasses thing go over your ear. I'm like, damn, these nice glasses, right? And I knew who they belonged to. And he was like in a different room. And I was staring at them glasses. I'm like, yo, it was time for me to go home. So my parents came and picked me up. And I was like, this dude don't even know where I stay. I literally can take these glasses. So I stole them. And then when I had the glasses, I guess dude ended up, he was like, yo, somebody, I don't know where my glasses are. I lost my glasses. And he came to me and he was like, yo, he was like, I know you took my glasses, bro. And I said, no, I didn't. When you were a kid, you kind of like, no, I didn't. No, I didn't take you. I didn't take your glasses. No, I wouldn't. No, I didn't take it. And then my cousins was looking at me like, bro, you know good and hell well, like somebody here took them glass. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. It was like all the guys, like the cousins and family, they're like, yo, I didn't take them. I didn't take them. I didn't take them. And then me, because, my faith and, I ended up breaking down and told the dude, like, yeah, bro, my bad, bro. I did take them glasses, bro. He's like, I knew you took them, bro. I knew you took. It's all good. I don't even care, bro. Whoop de whoop do. But I felt bad because it was like me lying like that. I felt like I didn't want. I felt like, to me, it was an ego thing to where I felt like, why would I lie? Cause I had that Debo type of, like, when I would steal stuff, I used to feel like Debo on Friday, like, I'm gonna take your shit and tell you I took it. Like, what you gonna do about it? You wanna fight? That's the kind of like way I wanted to do it. But me like playing games with it, like, oh, I ain't take it, I ain't take it. I was just like, man, this what he wanna fight? Not even telling this dude, like, he ain't really family anyway. Like, why am I telling him that I ain't take him? I was even getting mad at myself, like, and then it was just weird. And then it was like, I was like, man, I ain't doing that no more because that was just weird. So it's like, I at least I ended up telling them, but it was just kind of like awkward as hell for me to be like, yeah. And then it's crazy. As soon as I told them that I didn't leave nothing of my belongings. Like I used to bring my Nintendo 64 over, over my cousin house, you know, and then I started like I couldn't leave my game out. I was so freaking like paranoid every time I would go use the bathroom, pack my game up, and take it to the damn toilet with me. Like that's how bad I could not trust leaving my game out. Cause I what I did to him, I always felt like he wanted to get me back. I always felt like if I leave some shit out, he gonna end up taking my shit. So I ended up like always just packing my stuff up, even if I was just gonna take the trash out, I hide it in the closet somewhere or something. And my cousin used to always be like, "Yo, why do you be doing that?" Cause he'd be like when we would go to sleep, I'll unplug my game. I remember one time it was like Grand Theft Auto or something. It was like a Grand Theft Auto game was out, and my cousin, he's a Libra, and he was like playing the game. He was playing the game like all freaking day, and I didn't mind it. But then I noticed he started like on GTA. He started beating the missions, and I said, "Well, damn, dude, you gonna finish the whole game? I ain't even get to play the game yet." So then it was like I felt bad, but I felt like I had to tell him, like, bro, don't beat my game, and I ain't even played it, bro. Like, you can't finish my game, and see a Libra will try to make it seem like he beat it already. And then he don't even own the console, and it ain't his game or nothing. He just playing it. So I told him, like, bro, I had to yell at him, bro. I had to unplug the shit and literally tell his ass. We got into it. Matter of fact, I said, yo, get off my game, bro. I said, bro, you not gonna beat my game, bro. I didn't even play it yet, bro. What the fuck is wrong with you? Like literally, I unplugged it and took it like boom. He was like, man, whatever, bro. Whatever, bro. I said, man, I'm finna go home, bro. I grabbed my game, put it in my backpack, and I left, bro. Got on the bus and went home, bro. Cause I'm like, bro, how could you? I'm thinking when I let him play the game, I'm thinking like he just gonna play it like, bullshit in GTA running, get 5 stars, run around from the cops, drive, woo. I didn't think he was gonna beat mission after mission after mission after mission to where dude was trying to beat the game. I ain't even played it. I wasn't even like, I just got it. So it was like, if he beat it, it is take the fun out of like, if I was to play it. So I'm like, bro, no. But that's, little stuff that I used to bicker and argue about kids, it did kind of ruin the, the whole connection growing up as I became older. Cause I didn't know that people hold grudges, bro. Like me, I never hold grudges, bro. I could really fight you right now and be cool with you or just not even mad about it. I probably won't be cool with you, but I won't be tripping about the fight. But man, people be holding grudges from childhood, bro. Like, damn, bro, let that shit go, bro. I got family right now that won't talk to me because of shit that happened when we was kids, bro. That is ridiculous, bro. Could could you imagine somebody being an adult mad at you over, yeah, I remember when we was 6, man. You took that you chased me with that water gun and then you sprayed me in my face. Like, bro, really? You mad about that right now? You gonna hold that against me, bro? Over some bullshit. I was like, man, you know what? You know what? How I feel about a person like that, I'm happy you still mad. I'm happy that you upset. And I'm happy that I chased your ass with that water gun and sprayed you because now that let me know you one less motherfucker that I gotta be worried about. See? Cause now how you think, I can't hang with somebody that think like that shit. Stuck in the past. See? It's like when you stuck in the past, that means that you remember everything that you stepped on with your shoes. The gum, everything that stuck to your shoe, all the dirt. You still thinking about everything that you step on, fam. And it's like, bro, you wonder why you're stuck there. See? Now, I got family right now that don't talk to me, bro. They won't talk to me. I'm cool with it. See? Because here's the thing. Did I ask to be here? No. See? I never said, oh yeah. So when people say, oh, I ain't talking to you for a lifetime, cool, cool. Cause guess what? When they RIP, I ain't going to their funeral. Nope. I don't know you. You can forget. Listen, bro. You know what the crazy thing? You don't get to pick your family anyway, bro. So why would I be worried about one person that don't like me or you ain't talking to me for a lifetime? Cool. You don't have to come to my funeral and I ain't coming to yours. So we good. Life moves on. Do you think somebody gonna be worried about you worried about the deer in the woods? You worried about the fish in the damn water? You worried about the sun? You worried about this person in the car next to you? Nobody cares, bro. Nobody cares how you feel. That's all it is. It's like hurt feelings, bro. Nobody give a damn. You know, if I'm sitting in my car right now, as I am, it could be a person in the car next to me crying over a breakup. What that got to do with me? What that got to do with me? Ain't got shit to do with me. Why would I be worried about somebody in the damn car next to me crying over a breakup? Why would I be worried about it? See? Cause that other person in their feelings, it ain't got shit to do with me. See? That's why I say it's like people when 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 people show you that they upset about something, look at the opposite polarity. Look at the opposite. Them looking at you, being worried about what's going on with you. See? It's almost like, damn, you ain't that's the worst thing you could be doing is thinking about what the fuck somebody else, how you feel don't matter. And it's like you could be in pain and nobody cares, bro. That's the whole thing. See? You only supposed to care about what you can control. See, what I can control is what's in front of me. Why the hell would I be worried about somebody else next to me in another car, bro, that I don't even know, bro? See, now, excuse me. Now, another thing is is that a Pisces hates feeling trapped, and see, Scorpio likes to put Pisces in a box. Scorpio tries to put Pisces in a situation that takes them out of their element, that takes them out of their flow. See, so a Pisces hate feeling trapped in any situation, and see, a Pisces needs emotional freedom. So Scorpio, their possessiveness, it makes Pisces feel like retreating. See, emotionally, because that's how I feel. It's almost like an oven. See, it's like if you was to open the oven to heat your legs or just to feel the heat, it's like you can't sit there too long. It feels too uncomfortable as you get close to it. That's the same thing with Scorpio. Every time you get close up on them, you feel that heat to where it's like that tempest, like that. It's a different type of heat that's uncomfortable. It's like, yeah, it's cool for a little moment, but then as soon as you can feel that it's trying to get close to you, you can feel suffocated, see, emotionally. Now, Scorpio, their intensity, it scares Pisces, okay? Because a Scorpio can start to yell in a small argument. They can get so mad to where a Pisces be like, yo, you quaking, you getting a little too like spicy right now. Like, chill the F out, bro. It ain't even that damn serious. But Scorpio could be like, they could be cringing, just like, they could just be like kind of like growling and just doing too much. It's a very intense zodiac sign. Now, when this happens, yeah, so when this happens, it's almost like Scorpio wants the whole raw honesty, like right now. They want the real deal, like right now. They're not willing to wait. So they force themselves they probe, okay? So they force themselves on you to where they want honesty or whatever it is that Scorpio wants. They literally like go right at it. They go right for the jugular to where when they do this, they force a reaction out of people when they do this. See, that's why if a Scorpio feel like you fake, they will literally unsettle you, fam. They'll try to unsettle you to where they force themselves on you. They force a reaction because they want to know right now. So they'll just come after you, you know, crack their knuckles and want to fight with you and do all these things just to force you to reveal, the very thing that they feel like you're hiding. It's like, they feel you're fake. They're gonna like they're gonna confront you. They're gonna try to force it out of you to where instead of letting things manifest, they'll just, I'm gonna find out right now. I'm gonna go over there and be like, yo, you got a problem with me? Oh yeah, you acting funny, you ain't answering my call. They want to get in your face and like really try to, you know, maneuver around you in such a way where it feels that intensity of like, we about to fight to force that truth out of you. See? Now, another thing is see, a Pisces can feel emotionally overwhelmed and then they can escape uh that mentality ASAP. So that's why I said a Pisces can feel something and then do something different. Scorpio hates that. Because see, the thing about it is a Pisces can feel uncomfortable and then they can stay in a situation or they can leave in a situation. But the thing is, sometimes the way something feels can basically end up being done differently. It's cold blooded. See, that right there, Scorpios hate that about Pisces is that, you were feeling this way, but you're still over there. Like what? Put it like this. Let's say a Pisces doesn't feel comfortable around a certain person, right? Then all of a sudden, the Scorpio witness it, and then they're like, Pisces, you said you don't feel comfortable around this person. Why are you over there hanging with him? Why are you still over there? And see, that's because a Pisces can feel something, and then all of a sudden they do something different. But sometimes the Pisces is more patient. See, they're more patient with letting the situation show itself for what it truly is. Scorpio is different. See, now another thing is, see, a Pisces can, as I mentioned earlier, they can bottle their emotions up so they can avoid at all costs of hurting others. Okay, now the problem is, as I mentioned, months of a Pisces, unspoken feelings, it can suddenly explode, okay, during one argument because, like I say, a Pisces is literally, and I'm gonna tell you, more than likely they can snap or do something right at the right moment, but then it's like sometimes they could just do it wrong far as the way that they process it or manage it, if that makes sense. Let me see. Natalie said, hell no, y'all should be laughing about all that. Let me see. Japan said people don't know how to handle situations and hold grudges. In the case of Pisces, we tend to absorb other people's shit, even if we don't pretend to. Facts said we end up being the culprit, even if we did nothing. Facts. Sag World said the Scorpios are a thorn to the side to all the signs. Yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely. The problem is the control. The control is why other zodiac signs as well fight with Scorpio or don't like Scorpio is if the control were to be not fair, then they could be much more, managed or, it could work out differently or better than it would if they were, controlling. Because Scorpio doesn't like to be told what to do. They don't like to be, uh, they don't like to keep things fair. They like to take advantage. They like to have the upper hand. They like to have control. So let's say, for instance, when I asked the Scorpio woman for gas money, she thought that I was the most evil person for, demanding cash. I mean, for the ride situation. I mean, not for the ride. Yeah, for me going to do the trip for her. She wanted me to she was acting like I was asking for something that was wrong. And I'm like, yo, I need gas. And I need something out of the deal. And she was like, no, you're not getting any gas. I'm not giving you any gas money to go get something for me, from the store. I'm like, okay, that don't even sound right. But you gotta know that Scorpio manipulates. So they try to make you feel like guilty or, you know, bad for not doing what they want you to do. See, it's like if you don't listen to the Scorpio and them trying to get you to do something, oh, you the baddest person in the world. You got to be careful with that. Now, another thing is, see, when it comes to Scorpio, they demand emotional depth 24/7. See, they always want to keep things deep. It's like if they're your friend, they expect you to be like their best friend right away, and that it don't work like that. See, so what does this mean? This means that the Scorpio female can want the Pisces to be totally vulnerable, see, to the point where you can't say no. You gotta be like, basically uh doing things like uh doing things you don't want to do, let other people win, let people walk all over you. Oh, hey, you can't think like that. Oh, you're being judgmental. Oh, you so what tends to happen is Pisces sometimes just wants peace and then, peace and quiet instead of the whole emotional interrogation that takes place between Scorpio and Pisces. Because every time a Pisces says how they really feel, a Scorpio, they can't handle it, bro. They're like, "Oh, you said this," and no, it always feels like an interrogation, like, oh, why'd you say that? Oh, I said that because of this and I don't want to do that. Well, why don't you want to do it? And it's like, because I don't want to. Well, it has to be a reason, because one thing with Scorpio, they probe. Whenever they hear something they don't want to hear, they probe and they start to ask more questions. They think that, oh, you're hiding something when you really just don't want to do something. They don't want to respect your honesty and the mere fact that you are a different person with different feelings, different opinions. And Scorpio cannot handle when you want to do something differently. See, other than how they want it to go. They're very, very controlling. So it's like it's very hard for you to, keep them as friends because they always want everything to go their way. Now, see, the biggest problem, and this is what a lot of people don't talk enough about, or they don't even talk about it, is that Scorpio and Pisces, they mirror each other too much. See, so if a Scorpio becomes cold, a Pisces becomes colder emotionally. If a Pisces becomes distant, then a Scorpio becomes suspicious. See? So the relationship turns into emotional chess every single time. So every time you do something Pisces, the Scorpio always thinks you're doing something sneaky, slick, or like, oh, like you can't never just be doing something just because. It's like they always think you're doing something uh and not telling anyone, because they are the like detectives of the zodiac, so they always trying to get the bottom of everything because they think that everybody is wearing a mask like them. See, their perspective, and I'm gonna tell you why they say Scorpios oftentimes, like to plant seeds in other people's heads, because the thing about it is Scorpio has strong influence, bro. And you got to be careful because they can really control how people think if you let them, see? Because I'm gonna tell you, I saw this firsthand where I had a slumlord as a, landlord of he was a Libra and his friend was a Scorpio. Both of these guys were in their 50s. Next thing you know, the Scorpio plant the seed of, oh, I'm gonna pay rent because he was months behind, right? He owed the guy like over a grand for, renting a room. So next thing you know, the Scorpio came up with this scheme, this lie that, he was supposed to receive some type of check in the mail with his taxes or something. He was like, yo, I'll pay up, once my taxes hit. And then when that fell through, he started talking about how his daughter was in college and that, she was going to give him some money and he just waiting on the little payout. And he told that Libra that lie, fam. Why? Once I heard him tell that Libra, the Libra brought it to my attention like, yo, he's months behind. He's been, it's been like over 4 months, no rent payment paid or anything. So he's like, yo, he might put him out. And then he was sold on what that Scorpio told him. The Scorpio told him that, hey, if I don't get the little check in the mail for the taxes, I'll have it with my daughter's, situation with the schooling thing because she's supposed to get a check. And then next tax time came around, he still didn't get a payment. Then the whole thing with the daughter, it was a lie. So that man got all these months free, no payment. See? And I told the Libra, like, bro, you too trusty. Just because that's your friend, you don't see that he ran game on you. See, that whole time. And it was just like crazy how that Scorpio, how he planted that seed of like to make him think that he was really gonna receive some, rent from him. And nope. That showed the whole time he did not have no intention on paying his rent. Now, when okay, so both can become jealous between Pisces and Scorpio. Pisces attracts attention naturally, and see Scorpio notices it. And also, if it's another woman that is showing, Pisces, attention or, love, whatever it is, or they see that another woman has a liking for the Pisces, then all then the Scorpio is going to instantly overthink the whole situation. They're going to think that the Pisces is sleeping with the girl just because the girl is showing Pisces a lot of attention. Now, Scorpio also has insecurities, okay? So sometimes they can have a, tough exterior or mindset, but then at the same time, they can want reassurance constantly. And see, another thing with Scorpio, they could get jealous. They can have issues with you, becoming friends with other people because they always have a fear of being replaced. So, like, it could be a situation where, a Pisces could say, oh, if I'm here, why do I keep having to prove myself? Because every time with Scorpio, they never really fully believe like, oh, you're really their friend or, oh, you're really going to be, around for quite some time. So they can manipulate emotionally or hurt you to basically keep you around. See, in a sick way. Now, let's say another thing like Pisces, they can unintentionally flirt. See, a Pisces is naturally friendly, so a Scorpio can see that as disrespectful or emotional cheating. See, they might see how the way you are, Scorpio tries to change the way you are. They don't respect the whole authenticity of just who you are or who you say you are. Now, Scorpio can be, um, as I mentioned, controlling, but here's the thing. See, the Scorpio wants to be a detective in friendships, relationship. They want to know who you're talking to in regards to like your friends, family, and they want to know where these people are and they want to know what you're feeling concerning these people. Okay. Now, a Pisces can start feeling emotionally caged by Scorpio. Oftentimes, they may feel like they're always being watched, questioned for everything. And I'm gonna tell you what it leads to. A Pisces can simply just hate the emotional pressure that Scorpio gives them. See, the more a Scorpio pushes for answers, the quieter the Pisces gets because you cannot manipulate a Pisces. It's very difficult to. When you are trying to make the Pisces do something, it's almost like the Pisces won't listen. The Pisces won't like do or go into the direction that you want them to go into. Now, Scorpios, they also want certainty. So, like I say, Pisces, they live, emotionally in the moment, which can frustrate Scorpio. So, Pisces can forgive too easily, and Scorpio could see Pisces forgiving, toxic people and then thinking that a Pisces doesn't have boundaries. Now, a Scorpio, they could become obsessed. Even after the argument, Scorpio emotionally watches Pisces closely. So, what that tells you is Scorpio doesn't take a break. It's almost like they could be fixated on what the Pisces is doing. It's like they could be watching from a window, any type of little, I said telescope, but it's like they could be like really watching you closely and you don't even know it. Now, if a Pisces withdraw from the situation, usually it's done spiritually. So if a Pisces were to get overwhelmed, they can just mentally check out before physically leaving the situation. Now, let's say, for instance, a Scorpio asks a Pisces, like, why you acting funny? All right. A Pisces could be like, yo, I'm fine. I'm not acting funny. But then the Scorpio can instantly know that the Pisces is lying. Now, what can happen is the whole situation could turn into an emotional investigation because Scorpio will not just hear Pisces side and just leave it there. With Scorpio, how they can piss off a Pisces and just be like button heads with one is because they have to get to the bottom of everything emotionally. They'll have to, it's like they'll stay up all night long trying to, bombard you with questions or emotional ones, trying to get answers as they investigate the situation. Now, Pisces, they can like another girl. Let's say it's a Pisces man. He can like another girl's post or selfies, and then next um, to a Pisces that might be meaningless. It might not be a big deal, but to Scorpio, they're gonna feel betrayed. See, Scorpio also could get angry and want to, have immediate communication with Pisces, and Pisces can disappear to calm down. See, so Scorpio can see the signs as emotional abandonment. Yeah, definitely. Natalie said her little sister is Scorpio. She really is cutthroat like that. Good thing the little sis. I'm her personal therapist. We doing said we doing F and tapping. She don't trust nothing. And see, that's the thing. Every Scorpio says the same thing, that they don't trust nothing. They don't trust people. And it's a lot of that has to do with them trusting themselves because they have a tendency to, you know, betray, let somebody go because they have high expectations of, what loyalty is. And a lot of times what their expectations of loyalty are, they could be related to what? It could be unrealistic. Like they want you to do everything they want you to do. That's not realistic. Japan said I lived that I had to leave a place where I work because of the Scorpio guy. I ignored because I just despised how he used people and tried to trap me. Facts, like think of like Scorpio is like they're very clever. They don't really let you know things like what they're plotting. And usually if they are, it's something evil. See, they can be like inconspicuous to where they can be like acting like they're not, that type of person, but be that type of person. Now, with the different, I'm gonna tell you the similarities, okay? So like both Scorpio and Pisces, they both overthink. They secretly test each other. They can Scorpio, they hate inconsistency. So like if you do something and it's like I said, if it's different, they ain't gonna like it. Both like I say, Pisces, they hate control. Scorpio wants control. And Scorpio can seem aggressive, okay? Like even if hold on one second, y'all. I have received a call, but I tell them to call them back. Okay, so another thing is that see, Pisces can seem passive, all right? And the reason why is that Pisces doesn't really want like to be vulnerable, doesn't want you to know what's coming next, in regards to how they feel. Because a lot of times a Pisces doesn't even know what they're gonna do, what they're gonna feel, what they're gonna say. It's like so they could just come off as passive. You don't really have anything to go off of. That's why you can't manipulate them. Now, Scorpio, they can seem aggressive as I stated. They could yell, scream, break stuff to get their point across. They could be in your face. They could be like asking you questions. And it can sound like pretty volatile, very, violent to where if they want to, find out something, they're the type of person or people to push. Now, both of them, they hate the fake love, they fear betrayals. Uh Scorpio likes to chase, emotionally, and Pisces withdraws emotionally. So, as I mentioned, if Scorpio doesn't like a situation, they're going to, go straight at it. They're going to chase it. Now, another thing is both struggle with letting go. Pisces wants peace, and then, like I say, Scorpio intensifies pressure. So, have you ever been in a situation where you didn't want to do something, right? We all been there. Now, I'm talking about when somebody asks you to do something. The best way for you to understand how Scorpio works is that if you don't agree with them, if you don't do what they want you to do, they pressure you. See, where that's the difference. Scorpio is not the type of sign to let, they're not the type of sign to let you do something different. It's like they have controlling personalities. So, for instance, they could say, um, I'm gonna go, they might say, hey, I'm going to the mall. Uh, I'm going to the mall to, get a book from Barnes and Noble, right? Boom. But then let's say you don't want to, let's say you want to go with, but then you want to go look at, a comic, I said a comic book. You want to go look at GameStop, go do Bio's plans, right? I have an issue with that. They're gonna say, oh no, I'm just running in and out. Like I'm not staying. I'm just going to get my book and I'm leaving. So right in that moment, you're gonna feel pressured because now this person has basically, told you that, hey, I'm just getting the book and I'm leaving. So now you're like, oh, well, I just want to know if a game's coming out. And a Scorpio has no patience. They don't have no type of, oh, okay, like, vulnerability, compromise, nothing. They're going to be like pressuring you to stick to their plan. See? To where you could only be their little stooge or their little butterfly and just follow everything that they're doing. Because if you for 1 minute say, oh, I want to get a pretzel, or hey, I want to go get pizza, I want to go get food, that Scorpio, if they want to just get that one thing, they're gonna be like, nope, I'm just getting the book and I'm leaving. You might as well not even go. And it's like, damn, dude, you can't be that flexible for me to just run to the damn thing and get this. Nope. And that right there, that's why I'm trying to tell you, they pressure you to do it their way. And if you don't do it their way, it's it's like all hell breaks loose. It's almost like they try to make you do something they want you to do. Now, another thing is Pisces, they can change their mood too much. So, like I say, a Pisces can have like several different moods. I'm actually gonna do a video about that just to break it down. A Pisces has so many different moods, it's not even funny. They can literally feel like a ton of different ways all at once. And then they can get so sleepy and tired that they'll just go to sleep. But they can literally feel so many different things and they get overwhelmed by those feelings because they pick up on so many different emotions that it it has their mood like kind of just like firecrackers. Like they could just be like, damn, bro, I don't even know where to start. This, and this. And it's like sometimes a Pisces would just be like, you know, I'm finna go to sleep. Because that's the only escape from this reality of all these bills, bullshit, relationships, whatever it is that may feel like an emotional overload for that Pisces in the moment. Sometimes a Pisces just needs to recharge, if that makes sense. Now, when it comes to Scorpio and Pisces, well, I will say that they can become toxic together. If that it's not even Bonnie and Clyde. It's just like a Pisces and Scorpio can be like it's almost like a relationship or a couple that's like, yo, how did you guys even get together? It could be very toxic because one thing about Scorpio is they're not going to be happy or the type of person to be like, oh, you're trying to stop smoking or oh, sometimes they feel like you should still smoke or let's say you try to do something and it's like you're trying to change your life, you're trying to, eat right, you're trying whatever it could be. Sometimes Scorpio can be the sabotager. They could be an instant because they're naturally able to do that, to sabotage. That's why I said Scorpios have strong influence. So if they know, oh, you're trying to, eat right, next thing you know, they can be like offering you pizza, little stuff to kind of like trip you up, knock you off your shit because sometimes they have an issue with somebody trying to, do the right thing where they're able to, transform their lives, in other words. Now, I'm gonna tell you another situation on why they clash, okay? Now, let's not take away from the facts that we know that Pisces and Scorpio are are compatible emotionally. Now, but here's the problem. But that compatibility doesn't mean that this combination is easy, because it's not. So, a Pisces man and a Scorpio woman, they feel each other too deeply. And the love, like I say, in itself becomes intense, addictive, emotional, spiritual, and sometimes overwhelming. So, if it's a healthy, if it's a healthy, let's say if it's a healthy situation between the two of them, they could become like ride or die soulmates. But if it's unhealthy, they become each other's emotional weakness because it's almost like anything you do or say, it's almost like because if for a Pisces to do something, Pisces is the only zodiac sign that triggers Scorpio. So when I say that, it's because it is. Because you're the type of person to have a different opinion, to do something different. Even if the Scorpio, let's say, even if Scorpio does something, it's almost like, and they want you to do something, they're trying to run something. It's like a Pisces is still gonna do what they want to do, regardless. So that's the thing that Scorpio fella realizes, that you cannot make a Pisces do something. If a Pisces don't want to do something, they're not doing it, bro. Now, we trigger them because we don't cave in. No matter how aggressive they are, we are farmers. Don't no, I'm just kidding. But yeah, um, if if a Scorpio wants, oh man, if a Scorpio wants a Pisces to do something, a Pisces won't do it if they don't want to. It's almost like Scorpio that frustrates them. So that's why I said a Pisces can trigger a Scorpio in the worst way, because we're the only sign that will piss off a Scorpio. Like it's almost like to the point where we'll trigger their core because of how we do things without the Scorpio having control over it. So remember I said you can only control what you can control. But Scorpio doesn't see it that way. See, they think they can, control people, and it's like, no. Now, that's the thing I have. So let me see. Yeah, facts. I mean, it's not like I say, Scorpios is not like I say, if there's a healthy Scorpio, they're not all bad, bro. They're not all like this live wasn't to bash anybody. What I'm saying is like it's not a easy ride. I'm where why I did this live is because people keep making it seem like it's roses and rose petals and just like easy compatibility between the two, and it takes work. It's not like an easy ride because the control. See, you can't control a fish. You cannot control a Pisces, bro. And the most dangerous thing of thinking you can is because a Pisces can really like put it like this. Could you imagine you go to the pier, right? Let's say you go fishing, right? And you look at the weather, you're like, yo, it's gonna be a lot of fish out today. Like the weather, you're like, yo, I got my fishing license. I'm gonna go out there and catch a Pisces, right? Boom. And let's say Monday you went and let's say you maybe caught one, two, boom, right? But then you think you get stoked. You like, yo, I'm gonna go back tomorrow, and you check the weather. Oh, it's another hot day. Woo, yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fish out there. Woo. And then you go out there and you literally don't catch shit. It's like, so what I mean to say that why am I saying this? Because you can assume that you got control, and a Pisces can make you feel like you're in control. That's where people slip up at. A Pisces can make you feel like you're running things, like you're like running a show, and you don't. It's like a Pisces just uses that as a shield. It's almost like, okay, they use it as a shield, and it's like they know exactly when to switch up to do something to hit, cause that hiccup to show you like, yo, you were never in control. It was like I was just letting you think you were, so that way I can remain passive, and then you wouldn't try to do anything to me because you wouldn't notice it. You wouldn't even think that I would even, shut it off or, cancel it or whatever it is. But yeah, that's the thing. So yeah, I want to thank everybody for coming, out tonight to, check out the live. Don't forget to smash the like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. And I'll catch y'all on the next one. Love y'all. And I'm trying to drop that video for y'all. I have to get my software editing thing up and running. So I'm gonna try to release that later today. All right, peace out, y'all. Good night.